There we go. So we are now live. Hello, everyone. Just let me know that you can hear me, as always, because I'm paranoid about having not set everything up properly. If you can hear me, then I am joined, as previously, by CptSillyFrog and Jangles. Hello, gentlemen.
What have they done to my boy?
And, yeah, we were just grieving the unfortunate loss of Arcane. What we are going to do is we're gonna get on with Space Marine, and we're not going to discuss Arcane in any way that would spoil it, because there's going to be plenty of people who have not seen it and who may still want to. But also, if we're discussing Arcane the entire time, then we won't be enjoying Space Marine 2. So this is going to be a little bit of a therapy session, but what we might do potentially, it depends on how long this takes, is we could potentially talk a little bit about Arcane once we're done. If you guys want to, depending on what time it is and all the rest of it. But, yeah. Is that all right with you two gentlemen?
Absolutely.
Well, yeah, we'll try...
Purge the pain away.
We'll try not to, cry too much, because it truly is sad what has happened. I did say last time that I was not yet convinced that the show is bad. It's really getting there. It's taking a lot of copium for me to hold on. But yeah, there will likely be a video coming at some point.
Oh, so speaking of actually, from
Yes.
where we last kicked off, this mission is the biggest divergent point. There are two operations that take place during this mission.
Yes, because one of them was the Hive Tyrant, right?
Yeah, one of them's the Hive Tyrant to decapitate the Horde, and the other one is to get the Vox relay for the Astropathica to actually get working. Because something is jamming them, and the Hive Tyrant needs to be taken care of, well, we need to send the message.
Okay, so again, depending on how long it takes us to actually finish the campaign, what we could do is go back and do one or two of the operations.
Oh yeah, they're fun.
I definitely like to play them, it's just whether we do them on stream.
What do you call it? And yeah, our mission right now is to send a message to Lord Calgar.
Yes, that's right. With his gigantic fists. Yeah, so earlier today, I played my first game of Grey Knights on the tabletop, and it was quite fun. Playing against Imperial Guard, and I lost very, very marginally, but it was quite a good game, because the Grey Knights have... Their mission rule basically allows you to, or their army rule, basically allows you to teleport all over the battlefield every turn. Which gets very silly when you're talking about just squads of 10 Terminators at a time, just leaping all over the place. And there's very little your opponent can do about it other than charge them, which if your opponent is playing Imperial Guard, they don't want to do that, as we found out. So, yeah.
Do you have a baby carrier?
I don't, because I do not like that model at all.
Good.
They're really good in the rules, but I'd rather play, what, 25 Terminators?
Talassa can handle it.
They have 3 men. We should be with them, but you have us playing courier.
That message has to get through.
And then because I didn't quite have enough, I also took an Imperial Knight as well,
What exactly is that
which was quite
message?
useful. Yeah. We also need a video game where you play as an Imperial Knight.
Speak your mind.
This is where you tell me that this happens in Space Marine.
There's a mobile game.
That doesn't count.
Captain of the
Where you play as a Knight Freeblade, I think it's called.
century.
Yes, yeah.
Serving with the Death Watch.
I know there's actually a few people have been talking about a tactical Titan game
Not for a
where
price.
it's like Titans versus Titans sort of thing. It's more of a tactical style mech warrior game.
Okay.
Why?
So it's like, yeah, you move super slow, and it's about being in the right position at the right time and whatnot.
So is it like a
like-
strategy game as in like RTS, or like...
Corruption.
I think you still free shoot in it, but like it's very slow and like positioning based kind of thing in terms of like, okay, so my other guys are moving this way and that way, and if they're at this range, they'll have this advantage, but if I'm getting hit by this many things, then I'm
Okay.
in trouble.
Yeah,
Which,
it
like,
sounds kind of
makes
like
sense.
some of the Space Hulk games look pretty similar to that. Right, just remember what my buttons are.
Delta Wing. box
Now,
check.
this is probably one of the funnest missions in the game.
Oh, good,
There
good.
is it is quite a good level for a vertical slice of the game. You get a bit of everything.
So there's 2 missions left, but the last one is really long. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
The last one you can't even select.
Right.
You have to play the first mission of it again.
Right, we get back to fighting bugs.
Also, this is a feast right now. There's a lot of little tiny details.
Well, I was about to say, that right there, that's the flag from Rebel Moon.
So that's a Baneblade.
That's a Baneblade.
Up close and personal.
Oh, yes. Oh, the Baneblade is so good.
Also, this guy's fucking speech is great.
Yeah, this is amazing. All for set piece.
Lie scattered across the stars, but do we relent? No, sir! No! For we are vengeance, and we shall bring death to any that threaten the sacred soil of the Imperium.
Oh, Cadians.
Give your life in the name of our holy Empire.
They look good too. Give me a guard game, god damn it.
This guy's mustache. Well, we do have Dawn of War Winter Assault.
True.
Of all that is good and pure, in the name of our holy Empire.
Also, execution over here with a commissar
Oh.
model up close.
Oh, hold on, we got... no, those are all chimeras. I thought those were hellhounds for a sec. Okay, so these guys are getting commissar'd, and this is pretty much what the bad guy in Rebel Moon was based on.
So look at the commissar model. That is a glorious model.
Let's have a look. Oh, that is juicy. I will say, like, as cringe as Rebel Moon is, I do like the costume for Admiral Noble. I will say that. It looks nice. It looks nice and villainy.
Listen, everybody. World War II was a long time ago, and they did bad things, but God, the Germans had style. they knew how to dress.
Well, didn't they... what was the clothing company that's still really big now?
Isn't it Hugo Boss?
I think it may be Hugo Boss that I'm thinking of, yeah.
That's fucking hilarious. I never knew that. I just knew
What?
Hitler
You
had a
didn't know
hand in
that?
making the bug.
Yeah,
No,
yeah. I honestly, I don't know a huge amount about it, but I knew that it was a clothing company that, like, designed Nazi uniforms.
Yeah, I'm fairly certain it's Hugo Boss who made the designs. And of course they've tried to scrub that from the history books as best they can.
Well, Hitler had a hand in making the bug, didn't he? Like the beetle?
That would be news to me, but I don't know.
I think
I
either he had
think
a
not like
hand in
not
it.
in the way like it's designed, but I do think that they mandated like they made like an accessible car for the public or something.
Or did
like
he,
that.
like, paint a picture of it before he became, you know, Hitler?
I think he
The car
endorsed
is
it.
symmetrical, so I will not give him that.
I remember when I was in art college at the time, I did a report on it to troll the teacher.
Disappear like that again.
It was just like, oh, let's have all these friendly things of like all these designs. And I went through my whole report about the bug, and then I added like that fun fact about Hitler, and I'm like, yeah, changes your perspective on Herbie, doesn't it?
You have made it so. Through suspicion and intrigue.
Oh, wait, this way, yes. Okay, what
But
guns do we
yeah.
got?
What
Fucking
Marksman is the scoped
great little
one.
chapel
Plasma
detail.
incinerator.
Oh, Plasma
Oh,
Incinerator. Yeah, let's do it. Be rude not to. Ah, hold on, no, there's a multi-melter.
Multi-melter.
Fuck it, no, I've taken the...
It's a heavy. No, it's a heavy weapon, so you
Okay.
can pick it up.
Alright, let's do it.
gates.
Plasma pistol takes up the pistol slot, yeah?
Yep.
Yes.
Lovely, although it did make me drop the multi-melter. Okay.
Also, this is a nice little thing right here. You see all these guardsmen trying to
Yeah,
open
this is
gate?
great.
Stand aside.
It's just fucking.
And like fucking Cadians, and they're not chums. They are
Seal the gates
bloody
behind
beasts
us.
by themselves.
Yes, my lord.
Oh yeah, Canadians are badass.
Oh,
All right, boys.
Here are the
Let's have fun
gargoyles.
begin.
Alright, let's do it.
This is actually the place where the first cinematic trailer takes place.
Of course, yes. Diddly head. Oh, wait, what's block? Oh, I think I just did it.
yeah, it's parry. Only time you can block for reals is when you have a storm shield.
Yeah, okay. Oh boy. Oh yeah, a couple of people asked in chat, so I am still doing Ragnarok. I've only done one stream on it so far. But that was the reason I started that early was to fill time in between this. So I will probably be continuing with Ragnarok tomorrow. But I am enjoying it. It is a lot of fun.
Oh yeah. Oh, I actually was curious. I didn't manage to catch all of it. How was your introduction to Odin and Thor?
Yeah, I mean, I said at the time, like, I think Thor was fantastic. I really like him. He didn't disappoint at all. Odin, I need more time with, because he's not what I would have expected, but maybe that's the point. Like, he's a very, like, slight man, but he also doesn't look like he's old and frail.
Oh, yeah. You know, he'll get better. He'll get much better.
Yeah, and like his voice doesn't sound like old and worn and like grizzled or anything like that. But it very likely they are going to pull the rug out and do a little bit of a twist characterization. I don't know exactly, but at the moment I feel like I don't really know what to think of him. But I've only seen him once.
What do you call it? You know who he's voice acted by?
Odin.
Yeah.
Someone told me, and I don't know if I knew the name.
Oh, Richard Schiff. He's the guy that got torn in half by the T-Rexes in Lost World.
Yes, someone did say that, and I didn't recognize the name of the guy, but I have seen the Lost World.
I was kind of just fascinated by that. I'm like, that's him.
Well, and Thor was not Loki, sorry, OP from Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah, I find it funny that my dad's he's a big fan of that. And he hears that because I showed him that cutscene one time because we were just talking about art, media, and all that kind of stuff in general. And he watches this. He's like, "This looks really cool as a show," kind of thing. And he's like, "Is that OP?"
Yeah, because it kind of looks like him as well.
A little bit, yeah. I guess the beard really helps.
Yeah, well, and he's a big guy as well. He was also in when he was much younger. I think he was in. What's... I'm drawing a blank. It's the sports movie with, I think, Denzel Washington in it? From, like, the 1990s... Is it Remember the Titans? This is where it's not Denzel Washington now.
Remember the Titans is a great movie, but I don't think Denzel was in that.
Who was in Remember the Titans? Either that or I'm getting my movies mixed up, but Ryan Hurst played a character in that, I think.
Melter bomb.
Oh, yeah, why not? Why not? Yeah, the problem with having the melter gun is that it makes my melee a little bit worse.
Oh yeah, it's a heavy weapon thing.
Yeah.
That's like the downside to the heavy class, is he doesn't have a melee weapon.
Lord of Forbidden Dex says Denzel was definitely in Remember the Titans. Yeah, I couldn't remember if I was getting like 3 different movies mixed up. Zoanthropes. Try and melt their balls.
Save the Cadians! Like one of the only times I'll agree with the Salamanders.
Oh, speaking of Salamanders, after we streamed this last time, I jumped on the multiplayer. I haven't actually played it yet, but I just wanted to look at the customization. And yeah, you can totally be a Salamander, and I'm happy.
Oh yeah. There's a lot of chapters you can be in. A lot of, like, lesser-known ones as well, which is interesting. Like, I wasn't expecting Exorcists or, oh god,
There's a whole bunch of, like, yeah, sub-chapters.
yeah, and, like, really interesting ones. Like the Exorcist especially, I was like, the possessed Chaos, Chaos Loyalists? That's
Okay.
interesting. They're supposed to be, like, mini/replacements for Grey Knights.
Okay.
Which is just like, oh yeah, shove a bunch of demons into fucking Space Marines. This sounds like a great idea.
The door is inoperative. Is there an alternate
Ooh,
route?
we have more weapons. That is a melter rifle, if someone wants it.
We must find the power and restore it.
Yeah, so, just quickly to mention again, with Arcane Season 2, those are spore mines, what the fuck? Have we had spore mines before?
Yep. Jungle.
Ah, yes, okay. Yeah, so on the topic of Arcane Season 2, I'm not gonna, like, really talk about it right this second, but, like, if I were to do a video on it, I think it is going to be a case of wait, stew on it for a little while, and properly work out how good or bad it actually is. So, if I do a video on it, which is, it's becoming increasingly likely that I will as the season goes on, it's definitely not gonna come before the Rings of Power Autopsy, and it's also almost certainly not gonna come before the Return of the King video, because I know people are waiting for that.
Last fusel rifle over here.
Lovely.
Oh yeah, have you tried out the last fusel yet?
I think I did. Let me have a look.
Super sniper rifle?
Oh, if it's a sniper, no, and I don't want to, because I'm playing on clown sticks, so I don't really want to.
Silly, you want the Melta?
I'll stick with the plasma gun.
No, I'm good.
Alright, I'll take the sniper.
Gilgamesh, my reaction to Season 2 initially was disappointment, and on second watch, this is not good. How bad it is a different question. I'm undecided, I could be swayed either way, but at the moment, I do not think it is very good. But it is substantially better than most of what I've covered on my channel, I will say that.
Still love the idea that we can run into those guys and they just explode.
Yes.
Such a nice detail. Also, we have secret levels to look forward to, and that's going to be a sequel to this.
Oh yeah, I can't wait for a Discord episode.
Yeah, secret what?
A Discord, I already forgot the name of it, that fucking failure.
Yes.
Secret Levels is its name.
Traitor Legion's legacy of deception
What is it?
back 10,000 years.
An animated anthology series about multiple video
Oh,
games.
that, sorry, yes. I thought you meant like a secret level of this game.
Convinced.
Oh, no, no,
Right.
no, no.
Yeah, we mentioned that last time. No, that looks like it could be quite interesting to watch.
I will kill them.
We already know Titus is going to be the main character, so...
Okay. Oh, bugs.
And hey, look at that, they actually fight the bugs!
Kill them all.
Which is definitely a neat little detail that I kind of wish we got to see a little bit more of.
Well, I mean, I guess the bugs wouldn't really like fighting Thousand Suns because they're made of, you know, sand.
Oh yeah, they definitely favor the squishy bits.
They don't have biomass.
Well, the cultists do.
The cultists have a lot of biomass, and I'm sure the sorcerers do as well, but I guess Magnus probably has some biomass.
If that's even things.
Right, so my health, I'm on like half health. The only way to heal up is executions don't help me. I need to actually get like a med kit, right?
Yeah, combat stims will heal you.
Okay. Whoop.
Saving the Cadians. You can, yeah, and you actually can save them.
Did we do it? Yes,
Yep,
they
that's
live!
Nice.
Ignore those
that is-
Tyrannocytes, they live.
I was actually watching a thing about this with one of the developers, and that's why they put that ammo crate there, so you could save the Cadians.
Ah, okay.
Because they're like, when we were playtesting a bunch of this stuff, we found a lot of people really wanted to save the Cadians, and the chance they got.
Bleeder says my special ability as Titus will heal me. Lovely, I will use that next time I fight.
Oh, look at that, by the way.
Good God, this game looks good. Oh,
And,
wait!
yeah, that's occult. Those are two occult Terminators.
No, that was too close. Those are Thousand Suns Terminators that we have not seen before. Oh, I can get an execute on him. Can I get an execute on him?
Oh, yeah, I'll keep him.
Quickly, 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 quickly. There we go. Yay!
And I'll have to check the armory, but I wonder if the new weapon is in the campaign now.
Oh, the Neo Volkite.
Yeah.
Okay. Do they have they done that
Weird.
before? Like added new?
As far as I know, this is the first new weapon to be added to the game.
Okay.
Yeah, let's get this out of the way. As I was saying before, it'd be really interesting if, for DLC ideas, they did different eras of things, like, you know, Titus when he's in the Death Watch, maybe do like an Armageddon War style missions, kind of thing like that. That'd be neat.
Yeah, that could be cool.
I don't think they will because it'll just make confusion. It'll be like, why aren't there Primaris here for any of the older stuff? But
I guess so. That's why they're, apart from Horus Heresy, they're going to be pretty heavily disincentivized from telling any non-Primaris story because you're going to have to use models that you can't buy anymore.
that's a shame.
But then, you know, I like it when they make games, Warhammer games that are focused on factions that are not just Space Marines.
Yes.
Like in a couple of cases, the Dawn of War games. You've also got Fire Warrior is a terrible example, but the Grey Knights one, the Rogue Trader one. What is that one called? Mechanicus, which is again Necrons and AdMech. So they do it. It's just that all of the the big tentpole games like this, it's always going to be Space Marines.
Oh yeah, but they're just so iconic.
Yeah, and like I can't remember. Someone told I can't verify this, but someone told me at one point that like the regular Space Marine box of like Intercessors outsold the entirety of Age of Sigmar a couple of years ago. It's silly the amount of kits that they sell of Space Marines. Because basically everyone who plays tabletop Warhammer plays Space Marines because you get them in all the discount boxes. So you will just end up with some.
Yeah. Like, a buddy of mine actually made a really cool suggestion that I thought was like a very unique idea. It was like, imagine a city sim where you're managing a city, but it's like Kamara. It's like, that would be neat.
Okay, so where you have to like build up your defenses and almost do like...
No, like a Sim City sort of thing of like there's just like you have to do political intrigue and like assassinate people to gain more control.
Okay.
Kind of thing like that.
I was thinking like where you have to,
so-
where you get like attacked by Tyranids every now and then or something.
Oh no, like Kamara is like the big dark city of the Dark Eldar.
Oh, okay.
It's where they all are, and it's like it'd be a fun city sim because you're just so fucking evil. It's like, yeah, build the slave pens over there, and the gladiator arena will be over there. What's our special event this week, boss? I don't know. Tie your hands behind your back and make sure that the field's filled with acid or something.
I mean, that sounds quite a lot like Frostpunk. I'm not gonna lie.
That'd actually be that'd be a great model to build it off of, actually.
Yeah.
As like an example.
They do have to have more.
Also, my god, the animation team's just going in this cutscene.
Oh, yeah.
They do just such a great job making them feel heavy. And I think right here, the way they run, they were actually talking about it when they were picking it up from the Astartes guy, some of this animation, because the way it's explained on how they run, it's not so much a run, but it's a bound each time they, like, take a step.
You know what it reminds me of when I see these guys run? Buzz Lightyear.
Kinda.
when he's running around in Toy Story 2, it looks quite similar.
Well, they have the same feet.
Yeah, they do have the same. It's the large boots. That might be it.
Now we got some jump pack shenanigans.
Yay! And the way we use those again is you hold A.
For me it's Q when you lift off, and then shift is you gotta stay in the air for a while.
Okay.
So you can go shift.
Well, let's fuck them up. Oh wow, they're all dead. Here we go.
And yes, the guard will be fighting with us for the rest of the mission. It's
lovely.
Kind of great.
How do we fly? I'm trying all my buttons and I'm not flying. I must be missing something.
It's the same button as Righteous Fury for you.
Oh, okay, right, that's why. So it replaces that ability.
Your new, yeah, it becomes a new command ability.
Okay, cool. No, we are not going to change guns. We have to jump up there, right?
Yep.
Up, up, and away! That was falling in style.
Here? I think it was up there. Hold on.
Oh, I'm going the wrong way.
And then to land, when you get the yellow targeting thing, you press the same button again, or no?
It's melee strike.
Ah, okay.
For an impact landing.
Cool.
Yeah, and what the really nice thing about this level is there's a lot of verticality to it. Like, there's Tyranids on every level.
Yeah.
You gotta be looking in every direction.
Anthony says, are you guys big 40k fans, or is this your introduction? Yeah, I guess you could say we're fans of 40k.
I think there's a little secret
around.
I have
We'll
dabbled.
talk about lots of nerd stuff.
I have dabbled in painting hundreds of little
There's a Guardian
soldiers.
relic up here.
Do
We have one.
I need it, or does...
It's an instant revive kind of thing.
Okay, is someone getting
it's
it?
Back up.
I already have one, so I can't pick it up.
Okay, I will head to you.
Basically want to stand on the chests. Down here.
Thalassa, you cut out. Repeat.
Oh, damn it!
Thalassa.
You want to jump on the chests?
Ah, yep.
All 3 objectives. None have been achieved.
No going back now.
Is this thing here? Yes, it is.
Oh, you want to see some PS1 Carnifexes?
PS1 Carnifexes.
Yep. So come over where I am.
Okay. Oh, is this because they're so far away?
Yeah, and now if you zoom in, those Carnifexes look a little weird.
Oh lord.
Oh, these are the
Those are
Carnifexes.
Yeah, the big guys.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
Listen, okay, this game's beautiful, but even it has some cracks every once in a while, and I don't blame them for those ones.
It's almost like cracks more like limitations, because it's already impressive with the amount of bodies they can get on screen.
Textile says, will you play Operations? Whether we'll do it today, I don't know, but yes is the answer.
Alright, boys, get stuck in.
Let's fuck them up.
Uh-oh. Wait, where are you guys?
You know what we need more of? And it's a shame because Speed Freaks is a thing, and I feel bad for just walking over it. We need more Orky games.
Yeah, we kind of do.
And sorry to say this to every other 40k game that is Orky. We need good Orky games.
Well, we have Dawn of War, and you can play as the Orcs in Dawn of War, but I'm not sure that necessarily counts.
Imagine being playing a game where it's kind of like Shadow of War in the way of, but you're the orc and you grow bigger and bigger, and you gotta like make your custom Shuda.
Yeah. Okay.
And like, you know, you eventually get to the level of Nob, then Mega Nob, then War Boss. You gotta make your own little clan. There's so many, there's so much potential for different styles of games in this setting. Also, I just love the idea of having a little orc jester weird boy be my assistant. It makes so much sense why they have jingly bells.
Oh my god, that could be the game where, like, someone mentioned last stream, where you have, like, chaos get involved, and then it turns out that the Orc Weird Boy was behind everything the whole time. That could be that game.
Oh, it'd be great to hear, like, the Space Marines, like, who are supposed to be the main characters, and you're just kind of overhearing from their perspective, being like, but how did the orcs get here? That you just have the war boss shout, ever seen a purple orc? Exactly.
Was there ever a 40k RTS game? There was. Dawn of War 2, and Dawn of War 3.
We don't talk about that one.
I've never actually played 3. I want to
We don't
because
talk about that one.
it looks good, as in graphically, but I have heard enough bad things to where I haven't picked it up on sale.
There's a multi-melter and a heavy bolter, so
I almost gave
you get a lot of firepower
Oh, wait.
on this one.
I have to dodge that one. Oh god, I'm forgetting how to fight Tyranid Warrior.
Our jetpacks are gone, by the way.
Yep.
Yeah, so this is the big hold 'em at bay part.
Plasma gun is maybe not the best choice.
Oh, you missed it like a month or 2 ago. I almost gave Bleeder a stroke because I showed him that game.
Oh, Dawn of War 3?
Yep.
Why is it so bad?
I want you to imagine Gabriel Angelos, you know, the
Yeah.
Dawn of War primary character, in full Terminator plate doing triple somersaults in the air.
Okay.
I also want you to imagine that it plays more like a MOBA than an RTS.
I seem to remember hearing about that, yeah.
There's lanes in the game.
I don't know, that sounds like it might be quite fun.
You say that, and then you see, like, their big, weird anime feet and whatnot, and they look like cute little... It's the Grey Knight problem in
Yeah.
that game.
Yeah, from
They look
Demon
very
Fate.
bizarre.
Okay. Is it multiplayer? Does it have any multiplayer?
Oh, yes. Brandon, this game was so bad. When you uninstall the game, a survey will forcefully open up on your browser saying, why did you uninstall the game? Tell us why. It's like, this game crushed Relic.
Please help us, paid beta testers.
Oh boy, they severe, and it's a shame because there's groundwork for a good game in there. Like you get like, it's kind of cool because you get your own custom sheet of elite units you can call in, so you can get like an honor guard of assault terminators. You
Oh,
can get
Carnifex.
an Imperial Knight.
Okay.
Like there's cool stuff in there.
Yeah, it might be one that I pick up and try if it goes on sale on Steam.
Oh,
I got the Carney.
Oh yeah, speaking of overheating weapons, in my game of Warhammer earlier today, when I was playing as Grey Knights, I had a Grey Knight Librarian who has a psychic ability where you roll a dice, and on a roll of 6 you do a lot of mortal wounds to your opponent. On a roll of 2 to 5 you do some mortal wounds to your opponent. And on a roll of 1 you do mortal wounds to your own squad. I rolled a 1 during the game. So then, in order to work out how many mortal wounds you do, you roll 2 dice and you do 2d3. I rolled a 6 and a 4, so I ended up basically killing 2 of my own Terminators with my Librarian's broken brain. Which flipped an objective. That was fun.
Yeah, so about the Carnifexes.
Oh god damn it,
We
there's
got
more.
3.
3?
One for each of us, boys.
What, 3 at once? What the fuck?
One for each of us.
Oh my god. Okay, okay. I can't see anything. Hold on.
They killed the Hive Tyrant. They are falling. All of
Dane
them.
cheated me out of 3 kills.
The Hive Tyrant was controlling these underlings via synaptic link.
They killed the Hive
still
Tower.
only
Thank
counts
god.
as one.
The enemy can mean only one thing. The Hive
I need.
Tyrant is
You know
dead.
why we need a Death Watch game out of all of them? Because that'll give us the ability to see multiple chapters in action and to see them interact with each other.
Yeah, that could be interesting.
Excellent work,
Well,
brother.
because I just need a thing of like the Ultramarines being like, okay, so we need to tactically withdraw, and then you just hear like screaming noises as the Black Templar and the Space Wolf just run into the middle of them.
You could do it as like a squad-based RPG, like a kind of Baldur's Gate style thing, where they're all just completely different personalities.
XCOM.
XCOM would work, yeah. That's this way.
Imagine doing like a because Deathwatch used to have some really cool and unique weapons. Like imagine having the heavy bolter with like uranium rounds and everything. Like, oh, you could do so much cool stuff. What was it? I think there was a flamer underslung with fuck. Like they have so many combi weapons in terms of like dual action.
I think combi weapons are really dumb. And I say this as a fan of 40k. It's like, let's get my bolt gun and just attach another gun to the bottom of it. Like, I don't understand why... It seems like it should be cool, but it looks really dumb in practice.
It does. I'll give you that. There's some it can work out with. Like, for instance, I like Calgar's gauntlets as an example. Like, it's power fists, and it's got the bolter attachment.
Oh, yeah, that kind of thing is fine, because that's similar to, like, the Flamestorm aggressors that I mentioned last time, where you have a flamethrower attached to a power fist. What I'm talking about is, like, a bolt gun that is also a plasma gun, if it feels like it. It works for... Yeah, Lord Wahoo says it works for orcs. Exactly. It's the kind of thing that you would expect to see from orcs, where they've just taken two guns and strapped them together. It's not the kind of thing that I would expect from Space Marines or from Imperial Guard.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a design thing. Like you can do some really stupid ones. Like,
yeah.
I do love the orcs though when they just roll up with a fucking truck and all of a sudden it has like 8 bolters stapled together.
Yeah.
It's just like, yeah, it's my big shooter. So, interesting thing here, lore-wise, right now, we are going to be in an astropathic choir.
Okay.
So an astropathic choir is how they send messages long distance.
Yeah.
So this is the facility in which they do it. So you'll have someone called a, I forget what the...
Aren't they just called astropaths?
I think there's a special one for like the main one that sends the actual message, but I can't remember what they're called. Rogue Trader recently added it to the game.
Okay.
But yes, it's a really cool idea because you can see the psychers up here strapped to their little pods and everything.
Oh yeah.
And messages and everything. And there's a reason why it's called a choir.
Their screams will echo through the halls, kind of choir.
Depends on the choir, but yes. Because Rogue Trader kind of does the opposite of this, and the music in that game becomes diegetic when you're in that area.
Okay.
And you can actually hear, like, the pipe organ they have for, like, sending the message and everything is actually attuned to them, kind of thing. And it plays a song. Yeah, there you go. This is how we send emails in this universe.
So then there's someone else on the receiving end.
Yep.
You shouldn't be here.
I have a message from Marnius Calgar.
I cannot help you.
It's urgent.
In addition to the shadow cast in the warp by the Tyranids, demonic forces are now poised to attack anyone.
That's
who
right. So the
opens their
Tyranids'
minds
hive
to the
mind
warp.
disrupts communication from planets, which is what this is referring to.
Give me your message. I have it. Let us begin.
My lady, I must protest. The danger is too great.
Silence. There are no guarantees.
So she's trying to just blast a message out even though there are Tyranids everywhere.
And warp spawn as well.
Oh, yeah,
'cause now the warp
yeah.
is also having a bit of a frenzy.
Okay.
You can see the water. Like, a really interesting thing in 40k for astropaths and general psychers. Each has their own way of doing things. So as an example, this woman stands in a pool. And this pool and like what she's doing is going to be specific for her. So like this is the ritual that helps her in particular focus.
Okay.
So like as another example, in Rogue Trader, your navigator, she paints.
Interesting. If only Magnus was here to help. Uh-oh.
What is this? I do not know.
You wish to bring Olga here that you may kill him. Heretic. Heretic. You will betray us as you betrayed them on Graia.
Lies.
Arrest him! He means to kill her!
Lieutenant! Gatriel, I am no heretic.
Is the power stone by himself? He must be stopped!
I like the brandishing of the bolt pistol 2 feet from his face. Oh, snap.
Have you noticed something?
What should I have noticed? Oh!
Did you notice the edges of the screen and whatnot?
No, I didn't.
What have you done?
The tint of the room started to change,
Okay.
and it went purple. And the reason it went purple,
Oh, yes, here we go. I love their armor. It's a bitch to paint. Also, I love their little goofy little discs. They're so goofy, but I love it.
the Doom discs.
Yeah. I've got one that I need to paint up, but I haven't yet.
Now this is a
Oh,
fun
God.
boss fight.
Okay.
He is
It is like
absolutely
a fucking dance, really.
He is absolutely a champion of Zeech.
Do we have to line of sight him at any point? I'm guessing so, based on the map.
Yep, and it's a bit of bullet
Ah!
hell.
Run!
So welcome to our primary antagonist, Imra.
He doesn't seem to have much health, but then I'm also expecting a second health buff. Oh shit!
Get out of the way. You gotta get behind cover.
Get behind cover, shit! Oh, good God, what's he done?
Yeah, he actively, like, kind of fucks with the field. You'll see if you look at him,
Yeah.
things seem to distort around him.
There we go, he has multiple health bars.
And now he teleports.
Yay! Oh, no, go away.
And makes clones. Ow. He is definitely a cool fight.
We are running low on bullets.
What do you call it? You can, there should be ammo stations around.
Okay, cool.
Ow.
I'll go and have a look.
There it is. And med packs.
Okay.
Ignition secure.
You are but a flicker in this universe. Your Imperium a single rancid present.
Where'd he go? Where'd he go? There we go!
Ow.
Uh-oh.
Alright, well I'm down to my pistol.
Fuck you. I've done this dance before.
Oh, shit. Well, if he has any more health bars, we might be in trouble. No, get back here. Slash the tires on his goofy little disc.
Lieutenant Titus, come in.
This is Titus.
Chaos forces have been detected entering the system. They are going after Aurora. We are leaving for Demarium immediately.
How did you know? I was a boy on Calf when the Word Bearers attacked. I came to know the mark of Cain.
This is very big, what he just said there.
Yeah, that's gone over my head. What's with that?
I understand.
So he just said
Wait,
he was a boy on
hold on. Didn't Calth fall during the Horus Heresy?
Horus Heresy. It was the first battle struck against the Word Bearers in the Ultramarine. It was the great betrayal at Calth.
So we're talking 10,000 years ago then.
Yes.
So he's 10,000 years old.
Yes.
Which isn't possible for a regular Space Marine, or does it just mean that he's like way more, you know, old and experienced than we would have thought?
No, he's actually the youngest veterancy member of your crew. It means he was a popsicle for a long-ass time.
Ah, okay. And then he was, I guess, turned into a Primaris.
That kind of has lore implications, though, in terms of they were starting the Primaris project even back then.
Okay.
Like, holy shit. Fucking, what's his nuts? Call.
Yeah.
Is old, man.
Well, unless someone else started it using, like, technology from the age of... whichever age it was just before the heresy. Before the Age of Darkness. When they had all of their amazing machines and technology and all that good bullshit that they then lost as a result of the heresy. It was done using that, and then Cole kind of picked up the pieces and then did it for real? Maybe?
Well, here's the thing. Actually, there's a story with the Raven Guard, because the Raven Guard was almost destroyed during the first betrayal at Isfahan.
Yeah.
And they recouped their numbers using something called the Raptor Project, which was a way to mass produce Space Marines quickly.
Right.
And it had a few issues, but it largely worked, but it was destroyed by the Alpha Legion. The plans for it.
Okay.
So it's like, it's possible that some sort of research could be done, and he was just on ice for a while, but it's like, damn, that's a long time to put someone on ice.
Yeah.
I'll need a combat squad, 5 men.
I'm actually kind of surprised they didn't pick Word Bearers for this game.
Instead of Thousand Suns, you mean?
Yeah, because Word Bearers and Ultramarines are not great friends.
I can theorize as to why. It's that Word Bearers don't have their own army rules and model line in the tabletop.
Yeah,
they physically exist, but they're a paint job. They're not. You know, Thousand Suns are their own army.
4,000 years ago.
And don't get me wrong, I really liked the Thousand Suns got a bit of spotlight in this game.
Yeah.
The sword of Atreus.
It's nice to see them included, because the last couple of years we've been dealing with a lot of Nurgle in 40k games.
Well, yeah, because Nurgle
Engines burn bright.
had, or the Death Guard for Nurgle, they had their model refresh when I think 8th edition came out, which was... They were the second Chaos sub-faction to have their model refresh after Thousand Suns and before World Eaters. And then the Emperor's Children is speculated to be within the next year or so.
Can't afford to miss.
Neat.
He's right.
Slash needs some
Someone will
love.
need to get close to the target and place a beacon. Our offensive launches in 90 minutes.
just love
Zerglu
that
says
meme.
they need to sell those combat patrol Zangors. Well, you say that. I actually picked one of those up, thinking that, well, I don't really give a shit about Zangors, but actually, having taken them out the box, put them together, and painted a couple of them, they've grown on me a lot. I really like those goofy little goat men with their axes.
I have something to show you on super autism detail.
Okay.
So, remember how last time we played this, we were looking around, we're like, wow, this game is gorgeous, it's so detailed and everything.
Yeah.
You want to see the level of autism?
Go on then.
Look at the stairs.
Look at the stairs.
There are dents and cracks every 2 steps, because that's how far they stride when they walk.
Good God, what the...
That's why the cracks are there. And that's why the area is smoother every 2 steps.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
The level of autism.
You gotta wonder, like, if they... Because, I mean, like, that's gonna be, you know, I guess reasonable, like, wear and tear on a stone staircase in a spaceship. How often do they replace it? Because evidently there cannot be a better material for it than this. Do you think that they just don't replace it until it's like every thousands of years or something?
Oh, probably. I just like to imagine, like, the captain giving some grand speak, and then, like, he's like, "To war, brothers!" and he steps up the stairs and just, like, snaps under him. It's like, fuck!
So, HB Lefty says the real super autism was inside Jangles all along.
I am the artist. Oh, it's a good time. And,
Yes.
wait, I'm curious. In 40K, for the models, is
Yeah.
it just Slangors, or does each Chaos faction have it?
Have, like, demons that they can use.
Specifically Beastmen, because like those Beastmen guys, the Zangors, they're also in fantasy.
Sorry, are you asking if the other Chaos factions can field Beastmen on the tabletop?
Yeah, like for instance, there'd be Khorne Gors, or
Yeah, okay. So I actually didn't realize that Zangors were Beastmen. I thought they were something else. But
in 40K, I think they're demons, but like I can kind of see them refreshing that model.
Okay.
To kind of use for everybody.
So any Chaos faction or sub-faction can take any demon as long as it is aligned with the same... So any demon from fantasy, as long as it's aligned with the same Chaos deity. So you wouldn't be able to take... I believe this is correct. You wouldn't be able to take... Flamers of Tzeentch in a Nurgle army, for example. But you could take Flamers of Tzeentch in a Thousand Suns army because it's the same Chaos deity. You don't think that you can take Zangors in any other Chaos list because they are specifically for the Thousand Suns. I believe that's how that works.
I'm kind of surprised they haven't done a model for Khorne Gors and the other three.
Well, the World Eaters range I don't know quite as well, but there are some things that exist in both, but they're like it's like a crab guy. It's like a little crab thing, kind of like a Chaos Defiler but smaller.
Oh, Soul Grinders.
Yeah, Soul Grinders exist in both, as far as I'm aware.
You attempted to incapacitate your lieutenant.
God, they need a new naming scheme for some of these things.
And now,
Yeah.
the only
I love Khorne's look, but my god, the naming convention gets old really quick.
your hands. I will be watching all of you. Should I suspect even a flicker of corruption, I will not hesitate.
Let me play as that model.
You did.
That is a great
You are
model.
dismissed.
Oh, yeah. Hear all of the chaplain's dialogues. Well, good.
I really do like, they kind of gave him a sort of little witch hunter, like, great coat kind of
Yes.
thing under the armor.
Yeah.
Time to go.
Such a nice little detail.
Onkscar says, "Yo, is that the Imperium from Rebel Moon?" Yeah, someone should sue the creators of Space Marine 2. Copying Zach's vision. And
So this is the second
also,
last mission.
the one we're about to do is the second to last mission.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Zerglu, I will hear no bad words about the naming of Space Wolves units. Beyond the Fell-Handed and whatever the other one's name is. The other Dreadnought. What's his name? Captain Killy. What's his name?
Hey, Bjorn Fellhand is amazing.
Yeah,
but,
there's
yeah,
another one.
Wolves.
There's two. There's the one that looks like Santa Claus. I can't remember what he's called. I can't remember. But Thunderwolf Cavalry, that is an awesome name. Yeah, I don't know. Space Wolves have... Logan Grimnar, that's one of them. That's the Santa Claus guy.
That's the chapter master.
Yes. And then I swear there's another
ISC.
Dreadnought. There's another Dreadnought character.
They will suffer, they will break, and they will fall.
I'm trying to remember. Bjorn Fellhand kind of steals the spotlight. Is the thing.
Well, we've forgotten about the one that Bleeders just mentioned, Jürgen Durkin Ferguson, the legendary Space Wolf.
Oh god.
Oh no, right.
I have such a love-hate relationship with the Space Wolves.
They're so silly, but I just... something about it I like. Honestly, that's the case with a lot of 40Ks. It's so ridiculous that it just leans into being like, yep, this is ridiculous and we know it, let's go.
They got a little bit of an incestuous relationship with everything being called Wolf.
You sure?
Flanderized a bit.
The heretics will employ
Because like
absolute deception.
an interesting thing that
You will be
Rogue Trader
assaulted
goes
by
into, you get a
lying
space wolf in your
cannibals.
party eventually,
Only
Okay.
true ground
and
you'll
he'll
find
talk
out
to you
there
about
will be
Fenris
income.
if like you gain enough
Trust
rapport with
only
him.
your brothers
And like
your
Fenris has a lot of cool creatures and animals and like tribal traditions and everything.
That's their home world, right?
or the Emperor.
Yeah, that's where they recruit from. and
Okay.
everything. And I'm sitting here like, man, you could do. Oh wait, hold on.
Oh, what's up?
Check
What's up?
something real quick.
Okay, yep.
The armory. 'Cause
No
I just
problem.
realized I'm gonna see that Neo. Oh wait, you can't even use the armory in this mission because we get
No?
dropped pretty hot into the battlefield.
Okay.
You can only select the main weapon and the secondary weapon of the melee weapon. I just
Oh,
checked.
okay. So hold on. I need you guys to trust me on this, okay?
Are we starting the mission though, yeah?
Yeah, we're starting the mission,
Okay.
but I need you guys to trust me on what we're about to do.
Okay.
We're about to get hot dropped, like orbital drop, onto the mission.
Yeah.
I need you guys to not avoid anything. I need you guys to hit every single obstacle that comes our way.
As in run into it. Oh, in the drop pod. We get to steer the drop pod.
Well, we're gonna jump with assault packs.
Oh, okay.
Alright.
So you just want us to crash into everything on the way down.
Crash into everything. I need you guys to trust me on this.
So is this going to
Alright.
be like a heavy rain type scenario where you fail all the QTEs and he just looks like a bumbling idiot? Or like Until
You'll see.
Dawn?
there is a special little thing that's going to happen when you get it, and you're gonna laugh when you see it. That's for sure.
Okay.
And it is something I did not expect in terms of like, so that's where that bastard was hiding.
Does not support this action. But I am looking forward to it.
This is a reference to Space Marine 1
close.
as well.
It's almost impossible to regroup if we're separated.
60 seconds.
Helmets. Sir.
Zodlander says, when the Space Wolves Dreadnought got a Storm Shield, I went, what? 3-up invuln save on a Dreadnought. So, I don't know if that's the case anymore. As far as I am aware, they've removed 3-up invulnerable saves from the game.
Almost killed him.
Or at least, like, datasheet-based ones. You might have a special rule that gives you one once per battle,
Question.
because a 3-up invulnerable save is ridiculous.
Concerns aside. Well, I paid the price. Your suspicions arose because I failed to answer your doubts.
And yes, where are we at? We're on over 100 people watching, so yes, I hope everyone is doing well, and welcome if you have just joined.
Brother. You grew up on Calvin.
What do you call it? That being said about the Space Wolves, though, if anyone's looking for good books to get into 40k with, the original Ragnar Blackbane series is pretty fun.
I've definitely heard that name.
He's definitely a model. He was the one that was fighting Gazgul
Okay.
in that like a year or two ago when they did that. All right, now hit everything.
Okay.
Do not dodge.
Oh, this is like that level on Lego Island!
All specs cannot keep up with all this debris.
Hit everything.
I'm trying.
We will make it. Now focus.
He's making Isaac Clarke noises.
Brother,
Yeah,
be
keep going.
careful.
You're fine.
Brother, stop it! What are you doing, brother? You're falling with
You're gonna see
style.
something flicker on your screen.
Hit 10
Achievement.
objects. Yep.
My face is
be a
a
Oh.
shield.
There's the hardest achievement to find in the game.
Should we keep hitting things or not? Are we good now?
Oh, you're good now. You got the achievement. That's it right there.
Oh, those
I
were...
was so happy.
Oh my god, that's a Helldrake.
Yes, it is.
And those are, what were they called? The horrors, I think? Blue horrors?
Screamers of Zeus.
Screamers, yep.
I have a fun fact for you about that. Remember how you were talking about that Doom disc a while ago?
Yes, yeah.
Those Doom discs are actually a flattened screamer.
Oh, I feel like I did know that, yes. Don't they put them inside the disc or something?
Yeah. That's essentially like how they do it, is they just kind of put them in a little press. And they're like, you're mine now, you're my skateboard.
Lucian Wolf, no, that wasn't a Tyrannid. The Helldrake is a... How do I even describe it? I know what the model looks like. It's basically like a giant flying demon robot.
Pterodactyl thing.
Yeah. I mean, look up Helldrake, Hel Drake on Google, and you'll see what the model looks like.
Like how that evolved from spelling it to going H-E hell Drake.
Yeah, Hell Drake. There's only one L so that they can trademark it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's what they do. They did this with their paints as well a few years ago, so all of their paints now have very Warhammery names rather than Skull White or Bleached Bone, because you can't trademark it, so...
I've noticed. I've recently picked up some Thousand Sun Blue.
Yes. Right. Fuck you, Jangles.
We have Thunder Hammers now.
We have... I'm sorry, what? Oh my god, we do.
My favorite weapon in this game.
So you have different execute animations based on the weapon and the target, right?
Yes. The only thing that isn't true for is some of the elite enemies.
Okay.
So like Elixir, as an example.
Yeah. Zodlander says, is a Helldrake a Chaos Mecha Dragon Demon? That's probably a better way to describe it than I did. Yes, that's pretty much what it is.
Yeah, nailed it.
Unfortunately, because Games Workshop don't know how to balance aircraft, all aircraft in 40k are basically unplayably bad. So, yeah, you won't see them doing very well on the tabletop.
They are a cool looking model, though.
They're a really cool model.
I especially like Forge Fiends. Those are cool.
Oh, Forge Fiend. Yeah, so I'm going to be grabbing a Forge Fiend to finish off my Thousand Suns army. Because just something about...
Range? Or?
Yeah, range. The melee version on the tabletop is it's called a Mauler Fiend. And instead of having the guns, it has a bunch of tentacles. But, yeah, I'd go for the range, because the problem with Thousand Suns, looking at the numbers, is that they really will struggle late game with taking out tough targets. They're very much a front-loaded army from looking at their rules and how they work. So if you just have a Forge Fiend that stays around for a couple of battle rounds, then you have a lot more options later in the game.
Move quick. Thalassa are blind without our targeting signal. That pillar of corruption perverts the land. Thalassa, we are on the ground and moving. Report status.
Melter rifle on that.
Guardian Relic, I will yoink
Ahead
that.
of us.
Do Guardian Relics carry over into the next mission or not?
I don't know, actually.
I don't think they do, but...
Because I think I've picked up 2, is why I'm asking, which... If,
then I'd assume no, because if we're back on the battle barge, it wipes you clean.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't stack.
Okay, cool. I guess ammo's the same, isn't it?
Yeah, because you're fully replenished whenever you start a mission. Sniper rifle.
Fueling their barriers, no doubt.
Let me see if I can find some more Thousand Suns.
Nearly fucked that.
Stim's over here.
Yes, but the jump pack with the hammer just feels great.
Oh, shit. Oh,
yeah.
Damn it! That was forgiving. Oh, hey, it's the Rhino, one of the oldest kits that they still make. That's a transport for the Thousand Suns. And it's just a box on wheels.
What do you call it? They still make rhinos, or were they replaced by impulsors?
They were replaced by impulsors, but because basically for Imperium factions, yes, but Chaos Marines don't have Primaris, which means that the Chaos factions all still use rhinos.
Man, what is the excuse for that? I'm not having Primaris yet.
Yeah.
I don't buy that for a second. We've had Renegade Primaris.
I don't know, I kind of like the distinction because I like both lines of models, and I feel like having the sort of higher tech Primaris stuff for the Imperium, and then having the older classic stuff for Chaos, I think that aesthetically that works. The problem with it is that the vehicles in particular, because the vehicle kit for a Chaos Rhino is exactly the same kit, it just has an extra sprue that has spikes on it. So the problem is that it means that when a Thousand Suns player, for example, wants to buy a transport for their soldiers, they have to buy a vehicle that came out in like 1995, which is, well, 25 plus years older than the Impulsor.
The impact will destroy this whole area.
I do agree with that, to an aspect, but you can do that really easily though in terms of changing it up, just because of the way chaos works and how like mutation and the armor starts becoming alive.
You can.
Like that's
Yeah, I feel like they could re-release the various classic vehicles for Chaos, figuring that like no Imperium player is ever going to buy them. They could do that. Or alternatively, like go for modeling. Like you're talking about like modeling it to make it look chaosy and corrupted and that kind of thing.
Yeah, in terms of like, let's say in the story, like there are Primaris that become corrupted, kind of thing, which is like that's actually already happened to an extent when fucking Khorne punched a fleet.
Okay.
Because everyone went mad with the Blood Rage. And yeah, I don't know why 40k has the gods getting involved in fights now, but they do. What do you call it? So what you could do is instead of the Primaris having their like high-tech stuff, like looking exactly like that, you can give the guns like mouths and whatnot and everything to make them look very distinct.
True, yeah.
In terms of like they won't look high-tech. They'll almost look mutated and kind of gross looking.
So all of the like because I know the Thousand Suns models better than I know the others. The Thousand Suns models, you do still have bolt guns, which are different to the bolt rifles that the Primaris use, which is what we have in this game. But they're also different to the classic bolt gun as well, because they have like chaos iconography on them. So they're not exactly the same, but they're very similar.
Oh yeah, like you can tell where they came from.
Yes, absolutely.
That heraldry.
Fuck you,
like,
Jangles.
Yeah, I think the Thousand Suns, theirs have like beaks on the barrel and such like that.
Some of them do, yeah. The flamers do. Warp flame cannon, I think they're called.
That's what I'm thinking of.
Also, Finn Weber, hello, says, are you going to watch the Lord of the Rings anime? Yes, but it is very unlikely that I will go to the cinema to see it. I'll wait until it's out on streaming.
Wait, that's in the cinema?
It is getting a theatrical release, yes. I don't know if it's being released simultaneously on streaming. I'm guessing it's Warner Brothers, right?
That's
interesting.
I mean, I don't know what kind of budget they were working with, but they seem to be pushing it pretty hard. I can see why they would want a theatrical release for it. But yeah, I'm not particularly interested in it. If it comes out and people are like, yeah, this is actually quite good, then yeah, I may go and see it at the cinema.
Oh, speaking of those old Chaos models and how they have the older guns, I adore the Legionnaire models with their like belt-fed bolters and everything like that. The look of that. Yeah. I love that look. Not to mention, their helmets have changed drastically as well. Their helmets aren't any older marks from like the Heresy or anything.
Yeah, so the things like helmets and shoulders are all very different for the different Chaos Legions. The main thing is sort of the underlying structure of the armor. You can in particular tell with the legs and the torso. The arms are slightly different as well, but just in general the proportions are different. So like the Thousand Suns Rupert Marines, they have the proportions of the classic Space Marines. Which is not what these guys are.
Oh yeah, well, what do you call it? That's actually what I adore about the Chaos line of models. That's going to be what I paint next, probably, is Chaos.
Okay, do you know what? Like, which faction?
Oh, like, it'll be Black Legion, like Legionnaires kind of thing like that.
Oh, okay, so just Chaos Space Marines then, generic.
Yeah, I'll probably paint them as Night Lords, in all
okay.
honesty, because they're fucking hilarious. I really love the individuality for each Marine, though. That really helps, like, show off the sort of, like, that mutated sort of idea behind them of how they're all different.
Yeah, okay. And also, in response to Bleaters and Lucian Wolf, I did indeed say that I was going to watch Frieren. So I will be watching Frieren before War of the Rohirrim. So that way Frieren will be the first anime I watch. Which I
Happy
guess
to
War of the Rohirrim doesn't count as an anime, surely. It just looks... It has that visual style, but it's not technically an anime, right?
Oh, God. You don't want to get into that discussion. People are very... Like, if it comes from the West, it can't be an anime, apparently.
Well, I wasn't... this is a discussion that I've had on stream before, and I can't remember which side it landed on, but... Apparently anime... Well, okay, my understanding is that anime, to use the, like, correct definition, rather than what the word generally is used to mean, is necessarily Japanese, and is also... has a particular visual style. So not all animation from Japan is anime. I think that's correct, but at the same time I don't particularly care. But, you know, if I can use the word to mean what it actually means, then I will.
I just use anime to define a distinct style of cartoon.
That's generally, and I think colloquially as well, what it's referred to as. Lord Wahoo says that War of the Rohirrim has a Japanese director and animation team. That may change things then. That's probably why it's being referred to as anime, regardless of whether it actually is.
Like,
but yeah,
I would define it definitely like just by looking at it of like, yeah, this looks very anime.
Yes,
kind of thing.
It's almost like a verb at this point.
Yeah, like again, that's how I describe it. Is just like a style of cartoon.
Yeah.
Oh, but Jesus Christ, don't have an anime fan fucking hear you say that anime is a cartoon. Oh my God, the fucking.
Well, anime is a subgenre of cartoon, right? Or animation, I guess.
It's not apparently.
But it is.
I don't know what it is about some fans. Like they really don't like anime being classed as a cartoon. I guess it's because of the negative stereotype with it.
So is that kind of like Kojima saying that video games aren't art, but what he makes aren't video games, kind of thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
That kind of thing.
To me, that just seems needlessly confusing, elitist, and...
Don't be ashamed of what you are.
Yeah, yeah. Like, if you're trying to do your own thing and stand out, then that's fine, but you still are the medium that you are. Unless you are the first guy to create an animation, in which case you are literally defining what it is by creating it.
Yeah, it's totally fine. It's one of the things that I like over there is that animation is treated with a lot more respect. Like, I feel like over here in the West, it still very much has that negative connotation to it of it's for kids.
It definitely does. Because I guess you have, for things like Arcane, you have to add the prefix of, you know, adult animation, because the presumption is that animation is not usually adult. Which I guess makes sense, but yeah, I don't really know why that ever happened. I guess because when you're animating something, the whole bright colors and non-realistic depiction of certain things and, you know, talking animals, all that kind of thing, necessarily is going to appeal to children more than adults. That could be why, but I don't really know. I guess Disney would have had a big part in it, because Disney would have been one of the earliest.
I think largely speaking, because like when you ask like your everyday average person like what a cartoon is, they'll say like Mickey Mouse, SpongeBob, like kind of stuff like that, and then they immediately think, oh, kid stuff. Or hell, even when kid stuff is very adult, like Puss in Boots, for example. Like that's an animation that deserves more respect.
We are on the right path.
God, that movie was good.
Where did my... Oh shit, I dropped my heavy boulder. Oh well. Lefty says, didn't Disney have a huge effect on Japanese animation? I don't know enough about Japanese animation to say, but I can believe it.
They did. They had a huge effect on each other, actually. The grandfather of manga/animation and Disney swapped notes. So, Disney, he really liked the big eyes of
Disney.
anime.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Like, as in Walt, kind of thing.
Yeah, so you can be more emotive, kind of thing.
Yeah, so he really liked that idea. And I can't remember the grandfather of anime/manga, his name was. And he took some notes from Disney in terms of Western animation styling, and they kind of fused together.
Okay, interesting.
That's why the Disney princesses all have that big eye style.
Okay.
you can kind of like look at them in like Sailor Moon and go like, oh, okay, I kind of see like where the similarities are starting to come from, of like where those general art notes had the idea.
Oh, what the fuck are these flying things?
Oh, demon husks.
Okay.
Sometimes they spawn out of heretics or the sorcerer who uses them as projectiles.
Okay. I think those are meant to be warp flamers that they were just using.
Oh. What, the Thousand Suns?
No, I think it was just a psychic power. The big purple beam, I don't think it was a warp flamer, I think it was something else.
Just their rear guard, no doubt. Stay vigilant.
Oh, so we're about to enter more 40k ogling kind of thing like that. If you look around,
Yay!
They'll even comment on it.
He certainly did. You said it was destroyed. Apparently not well enough.
Well, I was going to ask if this was a grot tank, but it obviously is.
Tainted with corruption.
It looks like it could be.
I would love a little reference into there's like a little secret area kind of thing, and there's just like a little grot or whatever hanging out. That would be fantastic.
Entering quarantine zone. Decontamination required. Initiate biological purgation within the chamber.
Oh, okay. Push the button.
Microbial index 1.2%. Initiate.
I love how there's just like a random scroll on the console. It's like, yeah.
Sign of life on this world. It is a burial world, brother.
That's patch notes.
Reserved for the dead.
They updated it. Ugh.
We've only been doing this an hour and a half, yeah, and we're just about done. I'd say we probably have another hour left. Hour and a half.
Okay. So that was the end of the penultimate mission, and then we got this last one that's quite a lot longer then.
Not quite. No. I'll tell you when it's the end of this mission.
Cool.
Because it just goes right to the next.
Index reduced to 0.01%. It is safe to proceed.
I'm excited to see your two, because Frog, you haven't beaten this either yet, have you?
I've beaten this one mission. I got stuck halfway I reckon the last mission.
Okay.
Oh, okay, because there's a certain part I want to see random just fangasm over. the whole last mission is just going to be you fangasming.
Oh shit, no, hold on. I don't know if this is what you, because this is quite niche. Is this a termite drill? I think it actually might be.
You got to see them down the hall here, but there's something else that you're going to see.
So just quickly, the termite drill, my friend that I play with, he didn't buy it because it was like a Forge World resin model that was ludicrously expensive, so he 3D printed one and used it once. And basically what you do with it is you load it up with a bunch of idiots, and you can drill it out of the ground. So it basically arrives from strategic reserves on the tabletop. The idea being that it has drilled up out of the ground in the middle of the battle. And then it has this drill array on the front that is surrounded by melter guns. So it has like 5 melter guns and a multi-melter in the middle, and a drill that it can just drive into a tank and just... Oh, not a tank, like a dreadnought, and just break its legs. It's such a stupid model, but it was very fun to play with.
So, let's go over here and look at this.
What do we got?
Etched by fools.
What is this?
Long before the Great Crusade illuminated this world. These were not made by devotees of the warp. How do you know? You may soon see for yourself.
Wonder what could have made these ruins.
Yeah. Looks pretty old.
Is this Necrons?
We shall see.
Is this Old Ones? Is this Catan?
We shall see.
Zack Snyder is hastily taking notes.
Wait, you mean my robot gets to be from an ancient race?
A fine weapon.
Oh my god, that's amazing. Give me a game where I play as Trazen the Infinite. I love that fuck.
Yeah, everything that I've heard about Trazen the Infinite is hilarious, but I don't know enough about him.
He's the troll of 40k.
Yeah, I've just seen the memes, the meme of him riding through his vault on a Segway, and he's just surrounded by bullshit that he's caught.
Well, he's a reference to people who collect for the war game as well, right? So it's
yeah.
like, and this is my exact model of the Horus Heresy kind of thing. I just love it that he has a little assistant that will point out, like, the flaws. And his thing is like, that's not a real one. You dressed him up in the outfit. He's like, shut the fuck up. I tried, but the guy was dead.
Oh, what was the other naked gun joke where it's like, who are you? How did you get in here? I'm Trazen the Infinite, and I'm Trazen the Infinite.
Oh yeah, I'm a locksmith, and I'm a locksmith.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, like, you know that meme with Moon Knight where it's like random bullshit go?
I don't know if I've seen a single meme of Moon Knight.
Oh, well, it might have bled over into other things, but it's basically a superhero throwing, like, boomerangs and other bullshit and just screaming random bullshit go.
Right, okay.
There's a variation of Trazen doing it where he's throwing his little spheres that have a bunch of his collection in it.
Okay.
It's just like Tyranids spawning, random Necrons.
Yes.
He just throws that out. He just goes like, random bullshit.
Yeah, he just throws essentially like a Pokemon ball. He's like, I don't know what's in here, but we'll see. We'll find out.
Yeah, that is literally what he does in Battle of Cadia. He looks at Abaddon and he goes, I don't feel like fighting you. Random bullshit go. And he has like Custodes, Tyranids. And you just see Abaddon just super confused. Like, what the fuck?
His powers are too great.
Sees a random Imperial fist from the Horus Heresy and he goes, I know you.
There's a Terminator here. Ow.
Oh, I wish you could get the executes on Slangors more often. Just because, like, their counter animations are hilarious, where you just give them the boot.
Yeah, that's great. Like, even with the hammer, you just not even carry it with the hammer, you just kick him.
Catch him by the throat and headbutt him.
Lieutenant, more cheap tricks.
Right, now there's gonna be a certain point where I'm going to point out a random and he's gonna go, no.
Well, because these big, like, monolith-looking pillars, these look very Necron.
And I mean...
Who else would
Mechanicus
build
does have a
things like
habit.
this?
Yeah, and Mechanicus does have a habit of digging up Necron tombs, that's for sure.
Changing magazine.
Yay, steamroller! Oh, that's a...
There is another variation of the Terminator, by the way. I don't know if
Okay.
you've seen it.
With a, like an assault cannon or a warp flamer or something?
I think that one has the assault cannon. I think the other one has a storm bolter and a power sword.
Okay, yep.
I do like the Zinj corruption, though, kind of this blue coral.
It looks really cool, yeah. Oh, and, like, fucking hell, the eyes! I only just noticed that.
Yeah. And they're all staring at you and stuff.
That is cool. What do we got here? We have guns. Bolt rifle with grenade launcher.
Restocking.
Yeah, why not?
This
Why not?
will serve me well.
You know what my question is?
Huh?
Who makes all these?
End this
Is it just the cultists? That's what they do in their spare time? They just make these little...
Stars.
Fuck you.
Yeah, I guess so.
Little arts and crafts every Sunday afternoon at the bar.
like, I just like the idea of, like, they have nothing else to do. They're just like, I guess we'll just make a pointed star thing.
Maybe the Jangles bring them with them.
I kind of want to get like a combat scenario where you run into them in the middle of setting that up. They're just like, what?
No, we're not ready.
Have their little ladders and everything. Okay, fuck you, sorcerer.
There is no damnation dark enough for these traitors. Have faith,
I
brother.
can't wait for you to see
We will
it.
send them to one fitting.
So I'm hoping now that I recognize what it is.
Well, there's gonna be... This mission is already a little bit of like a, ooh, look at that! And then the last mission is just
Yeah, that's great.
consistent. Like, oh, my 14-year-old brain is going wild right now.
Imura! Boy, spare your ammunition for the real thing.
I tire of chasing this bastard's phantom.
Why
I just love the wobbly effect.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like, even looking at him is hard kind of thing.
A relic from the dark age of technology.
This is heresy.
They will no doubt invoke the Treaty of Mars.
This damn quest for knowledge.
Yeah, stupid cog boys. You're still my favorite.
I mean, the Cog Boys built the Knights and the Titans, I guess, so we can't be too hard on them.
I mean, they do make everything for us.
Yeah, and they have those silly, like, chicken walkers that can't stop running, so they have to keep them in a pen. They just run around in circles, and then they have to jump on top of them to pilot them.
What? This is news to me.
What are they called?
Striders or
no, the
whatever?
Sidonian Dragoons, I think they're called. They look like chicken walkers, kind of like the AT-ATs, but without a cab, where you kind of ride it like a horse kind of thing. And they don't stop moving. They don't know how to turn them on, as in they don't know how to like switch them on. So all of the ones that they have to leave them switched on, because if they turn them off, they will never be able to turn them back on again. Which means that they're always running. So they have to put them in pens and just essentially herd them. And then if they need them for battle, then they have to run up to them and like mount them.
That is... every once in a while, I kind of like a little bit of loony lore, where it's like it adds a little bit of comedy there.
Yeah, as far as I'm aware, that's the current lore for them. I don't think it's changed.
That is kind of amazing. I love it.
Oh, right, I need melee. Come here, Zangle.
Ooh, okay,
Oh,
well,
brother.
I had 7 different rockets hit me in the face.
This is actually the first time this has happened.
This is.
I am with you. Do not let them best you.
Now I really wish these slime boars would do the fucking jump and attack on you. Because it is funny what you do to them.
The elevator's almost here.
Yeah, it looks like Chad is corroborating what I said about the Dragoons. Apparently, the guy who had the STC for them died and lost it, which means they don't know how to make new ones. And if they switch the ones they have
swords.
off...
There's actually an achievement perfect parrying their combo.
Oh, nice, okay.
It is not easy. They're probably one of the most aggressive enemies in the game.
Yeah. Well, I dropped a melter bomb somewhere. I don't exactly know where it is.
Never a good...
Oh, I think it's down
Never
there.
a good thing to hear.
There it is.
I dropped a melter bomb somewhere.
We'll find it.
Like the US just losing a nuke and not knowing where it is.
Guys, don't panic. But I don't know where it is. It'll leave.
Throne of Terror. What is this? A tomb world.
Yeah.
Seen one before.
There we go.
Only the
Necron.
May have been correct.
Okay.
such a place.
The Martians have preserved everything.
Yeah, you may have been correct to the right, down right there. That's a very...
That looks like a monolith. That looks like another monolith. Oh my god, okay. I'm hoping that they're not going to take off and start shooting us, because that might be a problem.
I won't get your hopes up with that. You don't fight any Necrons. The developer team was talking about, they're like, very much so, if we get a third one, we want to do Necrons.
Yeah.
There's that doesn't stop there, by the way. There's some more tidbits.
Okay.
How he prattles on. Pay his squawking no heed, brothers. We will not be distracted from our purpose. The enemies
Necrons are a faction I am definitely warming more and more to.
The sorcerer will illuminate
I find the models interesting enough. I find the lore interesting enough, but the problem I would have is the painting, because they're just the easiest faction to paint. You just spray them, dry brush them, and you're done. Which to me is a big chunk of the hobby.
Oh yeah, like I'm not a big fan of their individual units per se, but I really like their lords. They look very good.
Yeah.
Who's the scientist one with the spider legs?
No.
Imara? No, Imara.
No, I know it because I played against him. Illuminator Seraz, I think?
Yeah, it's something like that.
He's one of them. He exists. Whether he's the guy that you're thinking of, I'm not sure.
His model has him, like, siphoning the life out of, like, a Imperial Guardsman or something.
No, I'm thinking of someone else. The one I'm thinking of is a giant three-legged robot man.
What do you call it? He was in that animated series, Pariah Nexus.
Chat might know. I can't think what he's called.
Yeah, I'm not the best when it comes to Necron lords. I know Imara, or not Imara, the Storm Lord. I know him.
Imhotep is one of them, but I don't know which one he is.
Imhotep, yeah. Imhotep the Storm Lord.
Okay.
He's two-legged. He's the one that cut off the Black Templar's Chapter Master's hand.
Right. And then he became an Iron Hand.
I do like that lore, because it's him having a feud with the Black Templars, and the Black Templar guy kind of gets sad after he loses to him. Helbrick, that's his name. He eventually beats them, and so they're 1-for-1, and Imhotep taunts him as he does it. He goes like, "Well done, you got me 1-for-1. Let's see what happens on the third battle," and teleports away. And then, like, all the other Black Templars in the area kind of look at each other, and basically Helbrecht, as legends say, he tore that tomb ship apart brick by brick with his bare hands. He was so pissed. Like, it twisted his tits fairly viciously. Apparently, he was not happy. I miss my multiplayer passes.
Yeah, I still need to try the multiplayer. It does look quite a lot of fun.
Yeah, like, I think the perk system needs a little bit of a rework, because there are some that are just clearly better than others.
Is this for, like, in between games, leveling up your character kind of thing?
Yeah, like,
Okay.
when you level up, you get access to more passives and whatnot. So a thing I like about this mission in particular is Imara is trying to taint you.
Yeah.
And it's actually kind of showing off the chaos effects. Like, they'll start mishearing each other. And, like, they'll hear things that aren't true.
Eons, brother.
Now, where is it? We might have already passed it, but there's a,
More worlds than we shall ever wish to discover.
I'll just spoil it now in case we don't see it. There's a Crypt Stalker, I think they're called. Like, a body of one.
Which ones are Crypt Stalkers? Because I don't know the name. I know the Necron units reasonably well, but...
They're the big centipede-looking ones.
Oh, Wraiths. The Wraiths are like, kind of like...
guys?
Yeah, they're like hovering snaky guys with sharp
Big
claws.
claw hands.
Yeah, those are wraiths.
Oh no, I'm talking about like it's like a big centipede-looking thing.
Okay.
I think it's a Crypt Stalker.
It may well be. I'm not sure if that's a generic Necron unit, because I can't think of it off the top of my head. Maybe it exists on the tabletop, I don't know.
It might be a variation of the Tomb Spider.
Yeah, that could be.
I do like the Tomb Spider.
Doom Spiders are cool. Also, the Doom Stalkers, the giant, like, War of the Worlds things. Those are awesome.
I do like it when it's like Necrons are done fucking around and they just like, okay, yeah, here's a shard of our god. Have fun.
Yep.
They might be like, there it is.
Ah, here we go.
Destroyed. Preserved for study. The Martian
They took the head of one. There's its body.
Yeah, okay.
Slate over here.
Oh, thank you.
There's another good shot of the Tomb City. Gonna see how deep it goes. I would find it really funny if one of the last DLCs for this game, it's just them forgetting this is here on this planet, and then the Necrons wake up. It's just like finishing off the Tyranids, and all of a sudden it's like, what's that noise? Why is that planet glowing green?
Whatever purpose the machine god needs such an entity for.
The irony of the Imperium making a tomb world on a tomb world.
Analog backup log. Forget protocol. I ran the anomalous code and received the following integers. 01.23.1.11.05.
Infamous Archives, hello. When are you going to do your video on Return of the King? Currently, I'm planning to do it after the final Autopsy on Rings of Power, which means early next year. I definitely am strongly considering doing an Arcane video, but I don't currently plan to bump that in front of anything else.
I want to fight Corn Berserkers.
Oh, that would be fun.
Like, you could do it so well, too. Like, have the enemies spawn in, and in the background you just hear, blood, blood, and he just runs through his allies and just starts booking it for you.
I do not think they were alone in that.
Do you not see the hypocrisy of Nicaea? You have felt the same betrayal as the thousand sons.
Interesting that he brings up Nicaea instead of Prospero. That's kind of...
I guess it's because Nicaea was the council that banned Psychers, right?
Oh, yeah, hold on. I'm getting it mixed up with, whatchamacallit, the Wordbearers place that got burned down. Because the Ultramarines were also part of that.
Okay, I don't know the name of that.
Yeah, I can't remember its name off the top of my head. But, yeah, Nicaea is the council.
Okay.
Happened.
Yeah, that was the... We mentioned it last time, but how Magnus did nothing wrong. The precursor to that was that all psychic activity was banned in the Imperium at the Council of Nicaea, which is where Magnus was like, oh, well, that's totally not cool, because psychic powers are kind of my whole deal. And then he started doing, you know, psychic bullshit in secret.
It seems to grow ever
Yeah, pretty much.
Finn Weber, I have good news for you. You should play Alien Isolation. I have played Alien Isolation. I have stream VODs of it up on the second channel. And also, JD Kramer says, how do you ban Psychers? Well, you kill them.
And the combat psychers, kind of thing. Like, any Space Marine librariuses were banned.
Yeah,
so
any...
they were basically... They're basically told, like, hey, don't use your powers. And depending on the Legion, they had different restrictions / rules in terms of, like, how they deal with it. That was actually the beginning of the Chaplains, too, because the Chaplains became a thing to, like, ensure the rule. They were the censure guys.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why they existed? That's why they were brought into existence, is to enforce that rule?
In one of the Horus Heresy books, I think it was Fear to Tread. I think it was the Blood Angels. That's when they introduced chaplains.
Okay.
It was because it's a really cool scene where it's like one of them is fighting an orc. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Blood Angels. And he's fighting an orc, and instinctively he goes into a combat pose for like using his psychic powers, and it's just instinct. And then he has afterwards one of the chaplains talk to him and be like, "Hey, listen, I don't want to censure you," kind of thing like that. But like, you know the rule, and they kind of have a back and forth about it.
Okay. Is that
Might be mixing that up with White Scars. If I'm...
Loose!
Lieutenant Titus, praise the Omnisire. In just a few minutes, you will bear witness to...
You must stop this!
Sire, please. I know you have concerns, but look, this is merely a taste of what the device is capable of.
so? Yeah, JD Kramer. Basically, the Emperor was allowed to continue existing because obviously,
You must trust
anyone that was necessary for the Imperium to continue functioning. So navigators allowed to travel through the warp was still allowed, and astropaths, I believe, were still allowed. But anyone who was using like psychic powers to attack other people, that was not allowed.
Yeah, basically any kind of librarius or combat psyker or anything like that was banned. The intention of the ban was essentially they were tickling Chaos's ballsack a little bit with that one.
It was pretty much targeted at the Thousand Suns, though, right?
Yes, because they got up to some shenanigans with the Space Wolves, and Russ and Magnus had a little bit of a tumble.
Yeah.
It doesn't... the Wolves were reasonably mad because they killed a bunch of their dogs.
Right.
and used biomancy to subdue them. Rusted was not best pleased.
Sorry, Zerglu says, "Oi, mate, you got a psychic license for that." Oh my god, I just had... Okay, another idea for when I paint up my Magnus model. He has a little book that he carries around his waist, and I can just paint on his psychic license. Oh, good god, that's a Hellbrute. Okay.
So this is the boss monster for the Thousand Suns.
Okay. Does it have a gun?
Yes, it has a plasma cannon.
Okay. Ow.
Yeah, this is easily the hardest enemy in the game.
Okay. Including the guys in operations?
Yes. These things are aggressive and they hit like trucks.
It moves pretty fucking quick as well.
They will come again in the second mission, and this is the one I got stuck on. The Solo, this is an absolute bitch. I was already surprised I was managed to kill this one.
I love his animations though, where he's just a flailing fucking psycho. I may teleport.
Oh, good god, wait! Fucking hell.
That's fine.
No, stop it!
I'll let you. So, Chad, if you didn't know, that is a version of a Chaos Dreadnought, where essentially...
Let's get the execute.
You get them... Where they essentially strap you in, and you're just tortured for eternity and go insane.
That's what he's pulling out now, is the corpse that is piloting it. There we go. Yeah.
This is the end for you.
So are they Hellbrutes? Hellbrutes aren't dreadnoughts that have been corrupted. They are actually they're separate constructs that use a similar principle.
Yes.
Okay.
Like so, all the Chaos Dreadnoughts are still a thing on their own from like the Heresy and whatnot.
Which are the same as normal dreadnoughts, but where the guy inside's been corrupted.
Yes, and the machine itself. But
right, yeah.
Hellbrutes, they're a bit of a newer invention to kind of like they're warp forges kind of thing. That's why it's a lot of fleshy stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
But you know what's really interesting about the Thousand Sun War? How do Thousand Suns make Hellbrutes out of curiosity? How do you think they do that?
I don't know, because unless they're psychically active, then they would be made of sand. So how would you pilot a Hellbrood if you're made of sand. Like, there would be no corpse to put inside it.
Just the beginning.
Who said it was 1,000 sun in there?
We will seal the great rift and drive the heretic
They take other legionnaires and they lure them in and they put them in there.
Surely you could just put some guy in there. Like, if the point is to torture them to power the machine, then they don't have to be loyal to you, right?
Oh yeah, they put Black Legionnaires in there, they put Death Guard in there, they put anybody that they don't like in there.
But could they put a loyalist in there, I guess? And then the same thing would happen?
Yeah, by technicality they could.
Okay.
As long as it's a Space Marine, they can shove anybody in there.
Interesting.
Yeah, because the 1,000 Suns don't have any fleshy bits except for their sorcerers, and
Yeah.
they're too valuable to lose.
Yeah, you don't want to be shucking them inside there.
I just love the idea of the 1,000 Suns being like, yeah, come over for a beer, and then they just toss you in one of those.
Damn it, I've been had. Rip.
This is now the last mission.
Okay.
The great sacrifice.
Yeah, so, this is going to be nothing but, oh my god, this entire, they knew what they were doing with this last mission. If you are at all an Ultramarine or like a 1,000 Sun fan, it's just, oh my god.
Oh,
Also,
yeah.
like someone has to make a mod for that. It was, oh yeah.
That reminds me of, like, quintessentially American things that I tried when I was in Florida. I forget if I said this. Lucky Charms. So, I have the taste of a 5-year-old when it comes to cereal. I will eat, like, Cocoa Pops, I will eat Frosties, I will eat Shreddies, whatever it might be. I tried Lucky Charms when I was in Florida, and God, I cannot believe that that you guys feed your children fucking marshmallows for breakfast. Like, those things have got to be like 90% sugar. It's ridiculous. Like, I like sweet food. I will absolutely eat food that is covered in sugar and then feel bad about myself afterwards. But I could not believe how sweet Lucky Charms were. It was like sickly. I couldn't eat it.
Yeah, because it also runs off into the milk and whatnot.
Yeah.
That's the one cereal my mom would not buy me as a kid, although she'd buy me Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I remember, you know what the day was that I stopped getting sweets for, like, cereal?
Yeah.
I fucked myself with this one. I'm eating my Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I'm like, Mom, can we please have some Lucky Charms? Kind of thing. And she goes, no, it's nothing but sugar. And I pick up a Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I'm like, Mom, what do you
These are nothing but sugar.
Yeah, and she has a moment, she pauses, and she just goes, good fucking point! And she takes away the box.
The human minds were not prepared for malign energies of this magnitude.
So, an interesting thing here, which is a nice reference, so all these guardsmen are succumbing to Chaos Madness.
Yeah.
Later on, you will see some that are not, and there is a reason for that.
Okay. Are they Bulgrin by any chance?
No. Unfortunately, there's no Ogren in this. I love Ogren. They're such sweethearts.
Can we trust it? I believe so.
Mark it on all specs.
Yes, brother.
You know what? I'd like a power sword.
I'm gonna stick with the hammer. And then I've got a plasma gun. Yeah, I'll stick with that.
I'll stick with the sniper just for the 1,000 Suns.
There's stims there if anyone needs them.
Those heretics.
Yes, my lord. We are unbroken.
Memory soldiers.
Thank you, lord. We will fight to the end.
So, if these guys survive, I wonder if it's changed or not. If you look at their eyes, they're the purple ones.
Okay.
So those are true Cadians.
And that means
So
they're more
it's
psychically
reasonable.
resilient?
Yes, they're more resilient to chaos.
Oh, because of where Cadia was, I guess.
Yes. That's why
Okay.
their eyes are purple in the first place.
Yeah.
It's a mutation that happened on Cadia.
Special tactic at the ready.
There's a burnt out Lehman Russ over there.
Oh, yeah. That is another Chimera.
Aurora would destroy the traitors.
I'm getting so excited for the moment.
Tremendously so. We need to clear that obstruction.
It's gonna be good.
Goody.
There's been so many memes for this moment as well.
There must be a
Well,
solution here.
while we're getting there, Hecarim420 says, which legion would Kronk join?
Well defended, no doubt.
Ooh.
I feel like salamanders, because they're the really friendly ones.
Yeah,
But then at the same
that.
time, Kronk is, like, he has a heart of gold, but he also works for the wrong people. Because he was Yzma's bodyguard.
Darkest of horrors to
And he was more than willing to kill people for Yzma, probably because he didn't entirely understand what he was doing.
But wait, he didn't kill. Did he kill people? I think he tried to kill Cusco, but then he didn't have the heart to do it.
Well, no, because he dropped him in the river. I'm trying to remember how it goes. He was told to kill him. He dropped him in the river, but then he kind of fucked it up. Or did he drop him?
The poison to kill Cusco.
Yeah, the poison was originally to kill Cusco, obviously. But then when he was told to get rid of the body, did he accidentally?
Yeah.
No. That's what happened. So the poison, obviously, he was on board with the plan to poison Cusco. But then when it didn't work, he whacks him over the head, and then Yzma says, "Okay, get rid of the body." So then he takes him in a bag and drops him in the aqueduct. And then he starts having second thoughts and is like, oh, maybe I shouldn't do this. And then he fails to save him. So at a point, he was willing to kill Cusco.
Yeah, fair enough.
You were too far, you will be teleported. I'm right here.
Look who we have here.
Who do we got?
Well, there's the captain.
Oh, lady. Yes.
And Imperial Guard lady.
Titus, report. What in the name of Holy Terra do you call this?
We failed to stop
I like to
the
imagine this captain guy's day where like he's trying to settle this invasion, all of a sudden that thing pops out of the ground. He's like, what the?
Now facing a war.
What did you do?
3 volleys from the Resilient and not a scratch on that pillar. If it has a weakness, I need to know what it is.
It is powered by the artifact from Graia. If we can destroy that,
Where is it?
we do not know.
You call that a solution?
What is the alternative?
Bleeders says he can spare 3 men to deal with it, no
Integral
worries.
to our ordnance. We have observed their forces passing through.
Always 3 there are, no more, no less.
Now to see if we can do the same.
Oh, that's cool. The guardsmen are... Well, it's not cool. It sucks for them.
Assault imminently.
They're doing triage and
Yeah.
whatnot. Oh, you can actually hear them talking to some of their medics and whatnot as well,
Okay.
as some of them are succumbing to warp sickness. The hype crew.
Yep. With his 2 side men.
Our forces are divided in 2. I will lead the main assault from the Temple of Aethor. I sent 2 squads to move on the enemy's flank, but we have lost contact with them. They are carrying the company standard. If they have fallen,
We will retrieve it, Captain.
Ultramarines, ready!
Oh, here we go, boys.
Alright, let's do it.
Begins.
Feast your eyes.
And it's just a fucking combat scenario.
Oh, that's the Helldrake. There we go. Jesus Christ.
That's how we start off, and now
Yeah.
we gotta fight with our brothers.
Ah, yes. The Emperor is my shield. Here we go.
Like your treacherous brethren on Nevigas!
I have a melter mine. Kapla! Oh wait, that's way too close. Whoops. That didn't Kapla anywhere near close enough to them. Here we go.
Yeah, okay, those grenades are getting annoying. Like how they had a bunch of basilisks set up here.
Oh, these aren't basilisks. These are Earthshaker batteries. Which is a basilisk that isn't on wheels. That's literally the difference.
Really?
Yeah, it's the gun. It's the gun from a basilisk, but it can't move. Yeah, it's exactly the same weapon.
We are blinded by all the interference.
It is out there, at the heart of that profane madness.
This game looks really good.
It's a game where every once in a while you have to stand and just kind of soak it all in.
Yeah.
Also, like, in the background, you can see those big Horus Heresy era statues.
Oh, yeah.
For the Honored Dead. Because that's Mark III Crusader armor, I think.
Okay. You do that by holding down the attack button, right?
Yep.
Well, alrighty. Oh, that's a Predator.
Yep.
That is a Thousand Suns Predator. That's another one of the old tanks that hasn't been updated.
No point in shooting at them, they kind of infinitely spawn. It's
okay.
Like one of those, like, they're holding out. I like, well, right when they're kind of just hurling insults at your boy. Multi-melter.
Oh, do I take the multi-melter? Fine.
Ultramarines do not fall without a fight. They are alive, but they may be in need of support. And we must move quickly.
Should this win at the Game Awards, I think it's on for Best Multiplayer and Best Action Game. I haven't played enough new games to say. The only games from this year that I can remember playing that were fantastic is, I mean, you got this and you got Helldivers, right? That's pretty much it.
What's it up against?
I don't know. I highly doubt that I have played anything else that it's up against.
After what they just tried to pull on Stuttering Crag, I wouldn't support them for the fucking life of them.
Who? I don't know what this is.
Stuttering Crag is the guy who used to own Screw Attack. He's been a very long time internet name kind of thing. He has that podcast, Side Scrollers, that's it.
Okay.
And he's trying to make his own Game Awards because just how degenerate and like ridiculous, like you can't. Moriarty, who's been on UFAP a few times, did a video on the Game Awards where it's like you can't even track down who the fuck sponsors them half the time. And Jeff Keighley, the guy who owns it, he tried to copyright the Game Awards just recently when Side Scrollers are starting to pick up steam on it.
He tried to copyright the words Game Awards.
Yeah. Yes.
I think I remember hearing about that, yeah.
Yeah, and there's been a lot of scummy behavior in the past few days.
And also the fact that at least the last 3 iterations of the Game Awards, they talked more about movies and all the media than games. Like, it's just...
It's a sham.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's a bunch of people, like, from Access Media that judge whether or not these games get to win.
So it's kind of like the Oscars then, I guess.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, it's just that, and it's like, thanks to IGN, we've seen how these people review, and it's like, you're such a fucking sham.
Yeah.
Like, who are you to judge?
Maybe Concord will win. Useless Phantom says, have you ever played Elden Ring or interest in playing it? I'm curious to play it. I don't know if it would make a good one for me to stream, even though a lot of people seem to want me to stream.
This is gonna be good.
It's the moment, boys.
Okay.
It's the meme. Here we go. It's the moment. The fangasm. Get up there. It's your turn. You gotta do it.
Well, the multi-melter is not the weapon I want to be using here.
Oh no, don't worry. You're gonna be... You gotta pick it up.
Raise the banner. Oh, right. Got it.
Raise the banner.
Raise the banner.
Yeah.
Hold your ground.
Okay, that's what we're doing.
It's such a bro moment. And look at this. You can see a space marine. Look, he's dragging his buddy and his buddy's shooting.
Oh, yeah.
It's such a hardcore bro moment. Hold them back.
This is where we fight. This is where they die.
They just keep coming. Doesn't stop there. We're not done.
Okay.
My 15-year-old mind. So fucking cool. And look who it is!
What do we got? What's doing this? Oh, is this Captain Giant Fists Calgar? Yes! There he is.
Lord fucking of Keldar.
And he's got his blade guard.
Ah, yes.
And now...
Oh, wait, do we get to
we
play
gotta
as
go
him?
fuck some shit up.
The central obelisk appears to be the source of their power. It's protected by an energy field.
Give me a solution. We've hit that shield with everything we've got. Nothing gets through.
My lord! There may be a way. In the catacombs, Lu said all it took was a transference of alignment. And then he inverted something. An object. What of it? It was identical to that obelisk. You want to invert that?
Explain.
Your Aura device might have a weakness.
Might?
Captain Master, we cannot stay here.
Lieutenant, you stand by Sergeant Gadriel's assessment.
I do.
Captain Akaran, muster your company.
Aye, Chapter Master.
Brothers! The heretics clamor for a taste
Ooh.
of victory!
Oh my god, are we going to see the Redemptor
we
fight?
will defy them this day!
And the
as we have
repulsors.
defied
Yes.
them for 10 millennia! We are the sons of Ultramar, servants to the Emperor and guardians of the Imperium. Let these wretches feel the wrath of ancient vengeance!
My lord, our vanguard forces are
Yay, there he goes. There he goes.
Captain,
Yes, lord.
Oh, we're not done.
Forces, fire at will.
The only thing that's missing here is the fact that Calgar is here. I kind of wish we got to see some First Company Stern Guard.
Yeah.
But we do get Lethis and Antheus, which is like his dude bodyguard. It's neat to see them. And also a Lord of Change!
Okay. He's a big bird. Okay. I really want to buy that model.
defensive line here.
The bird is the word!
Brother Titus, you will have only moments to execute your plans. Move quickly.
So he just popped a repulsor. That was not very nice of you, Big Bird.
Do you understand any of this? No. Lieutenant, do we have a solution or not? Stand by. There. That killed you. We're out of options.
What a chat.
Big Bird just hanging out.
Yeah.
Brother. I'll live.
Zap. Please tell me we get to finish him off.
Oh yeah, don't you worry about that.
Hurry.
You have brothers in mind.
Meridian and Talassa. We will handle the last one.
I'll get them moving. Brief them over the Vox.
Yes, Captain.
So Viridian and Talassa are the two squads that you play in operations.
Meridian.
Okay.
Talassa. Have you received new orders from Akaran?
We have, brother. Moving to point
I'm gonna stick with the plasma gun.
Oh yeah.
We need to rotate the
And we still have friends.
Yes.
We are joining the main assault.
Not as much as it will hurt the treacherous bastards out there. Hail Demon's devotion.
I'd say we have 45 minutes to an hour,
Okay.
Go well, brother.
with like cutscenes included.
Oh, there he is. I can't not shoot him. I'll pop one in the head. There we go. Crunch. Oh, that's a lot of little goat boys. Little blue goatmen. Electrified. Oh, that's just fucking reminding myself of Jace.
I still love the idea in Act 1 Mel's fucking energy shield thing activated while she was getting power slammed. They distinctly show it.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like, well, how else?
What exactly are we doing with these obelisks?
Accelerate.
You can look down there, and it's a bunch of guardsmen and ultramarines.
Gateway. These smaller obelisks appear to be the keys
Down.
to that gate.
Oh, down here.
We turn the keys and lock the gate. Exactly.
What am I seeing?
Just the war in general.
Oh,
Guardsmen
over there,
charging,
right.
Goat boys.
Guardsman charging Big Bird. That's interesting strategy.
Very guardsman thing to do.
Yes.
Cast them into the abyss. Do not spare
Bit of a Catachan thing to do.
I love the Catachad. I wish they'd bring back Sly Marbo.
So there's a whole bunch of Catachan, well, yeah, there's a whole bunch of like guard characters, and a lot of them are Catachans that still have rules. But they have got rid of some of them.
What do you call it? I love the story of when Chaos tried to invade Catachan.
I don't think I know that one.
Pretty basic. In the lore for Catachan, it's just like, well, what's its planetary defense force? Like, what do they do, right? Because it's mainly jungle. There's a few settlements.
Everything there will just kill you.
Yeah, basically the planet's the defense.
Yeah.
And Chaos tried invading it, and it's just like, sir, what are we gonna do? And the sergeant basically goes, hold on. And then 5 minutes later, they just hear various amounts of screaming from the jungle. It's just like, that's what we're gonna do. I just find it hilarious that the fucking, the deadliest thing on that planet is a toad.
Toad.
Yep, the Catachan double toad. the barking toad, if you will.
What? Because it's poisonous, or?
Put it this way: it is the one animal that just won't straight up eat you, but it's the thing you should be the most scared of, because when it feels particularly perturbed, it'll start barking as a warning, and then it explodes.
Oh, okay.
And it melts everything.
Ooh.
Well, now we know where Zack got his idea for the little monkey boy in Rebel Moon.
Oh, I love Little Monkey Man.
Yeah, it was the funniest part of the director's cut.
Melty Melter, anyone?
I'll stick with the plasma gun.
And this is the part I got stuck at.
Oh yeah.
On hard. This is not fun solo on hard.
What do you call it? We have some stuff to look forward to after this.
Ooh, that's a sword boy. I just parried. I got an achievement for parrying a Terminator.
Yeah, you parried the combo.
Yay!
Good work.
Very good, Kronk.
God, I love that movie.
It is rather good, isn't it?
Reminds me of better times.
Yeah.
I love wiping out an entire little cult, just one shot. Where's that next game?
Oh, that's a Hellbrute!
Oh, there he is! I was waiting for that. I was like, where is he?
Nice, perfect.
Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh.
We got 6 shots left.
There's a plasma incinerator over by me. Fuck.
Alright, where are the goat men? I'll help clear them out.
So when you play this on solo, will the Hellbrute pretty much just tunnel zone you and ignore your allies?
Yeah.
Okay, I can see that being a pain in the ass.
And
Yeah, he's got
he has a lot more health, and on normal your armor regenerates quite quickly. On hard, it barely regenerates at all. It pretty much only regenerates after a substantial amount of time, or by doing those counters, those skills. So with him being this aggressive solo, and your allies also doing shit damage and not aggroing him, it's not fun.
Ready to deploy special tactics.
That guy with the flame thing on his back, the Mark of Zinch, I think it's called, that guy had a warp flamer, so they do exist in the game.
Oh yeah, no, there's been a lot of them.
Skadoosh.
We're about to meet a friend. So, this is going to be another moment.
Okay. And yes, see you later, bleeders. Have fun.
Decimus.
I have a murderous headache, but the sight of that beast reeling is a fine tonic.
It is indeed.
Permission to join the front lines.
Granted. My thanks, brothers.
Emperor be with you. Viridian out.
Alrighty, time to meet a friend.
Let's go.
So, I want you to take the lead on this one, Random.
Okay.
I want to get a good look at this.
Another Hellbrute. Oh, yes! Yay!
Fuck yeah. Oh, that's so cool.
Now, listen to this dialogue.
Yes!
Oh.
Honored brother.
Then I will kill everywhere.
And you may sate your rage and aid our cause.
Lead me to the slaughter.
Now, listen to this dreadnought talk mad shit while he fights. And yes, we do fight with him.
Oh, good. This guy is my new favorite character.
We've met him before.
We have? Oh, is he the guy we saw getting repaired?
Yep.
Okay.
He was the guy who got the explosion on him in that one mission. That's Valis.
Oh, the guy from... Yes, okay, right at the start.
Yep. Or on that one mission where the traders first appeared.
Yeah. No, yeah, I say right at the start. Yeah, I remember it now.
It just listen to him talk mad shit. He just constantly is yelling at them. Mows through them.
Juan Francisco Villarroel Thula says, a lot of YouTubers seem to like Arcane Season 2. You think it's that you have higher standards or that they just like it because it's better than most things on TV? I don't want to say that I necessarily have higher standards. Well, I mean, if they like Arcane Season 2, then I guess I do, but I don't think that the standards that I have are unreasonable. I think that if... It depends on why you value Season 1, and the reason why I value Season 1 primarily is because of how, like, incredibly well-written the characters are. There are a whole bunch of other reasons, like the animation is really good and it uses music really effectively, voice acting is fantastic. But if the main reason why you liked Season 1 is because it had the characters that you liked from the thing that you know, and you liked it when they fought, then yeah, you're gonna love Season 2.
I just love the fucking dreadnought screaming, "That one is mine! In the name of Terra, I smite you!" Just screaming at it. I think there's an earlier line there of, what do you call it? Bring your tainted Primarch. I wish to spit in his eye.
Yes.
The Redemptor grew on me after this game.
I love Redemptors. I think my favorite one is the Brutalis variant, where it just has, like, it doesn't have a ranged weapon. It has two little, like, nipple guns, which I say little, they're melter guns, but it has two multi-melters on its nipples, and then on its arms it just has these two gigantic claws. So it's meant to just unga-bunga up the table and rip a tank in half.
So, we got to fight with a Redemptor Dreadnought.
Yay!
Now we get to fight with somebody else.
Okay. Who's going to help us fight Big Bird? Calgar, presumably.
Oh, yeah.
Yes! There we go.
Calgar gives no shit.
What? Goddamn face.
Just strides into the warp. It's alright. I fucking dare you. Alright, so now we're gonna get trippy.
Okay.
Alright.
This is the final section.
Okay.
And then we just get a good cutscene at the end, and that's about it.
Where is Lord Calgar? It was a trap. Perhaps.
Is this the Immaterium?
If it is, we must move quickly.
Okay, so I wasn't expecting this.
We must find Calgar.
This is actually a good area where you can get a really good look at some models.
Yeah.
As well. Like, you guys see, this is like the battle obviously happening. There's another rhino right there.
Yeah.
I like that as well. Doing his best against the Terminator.
The one thing this game needs is like a model viewer.
I think it does.
It kind of
does
has
have
that for the armor. I don't know if it has that for the, like, enemies. Because when you try on the different armor, you can see yourself with no UI in, like, 360, but I don't know if you can do that for the enemies.
That's a great snapshot right there. Just, we need ranged weapon executions like that.
Yeah.
Our brothers, I hear them. Do not trust your senses.
That is a Valkyrie. These are more eyes.
Lord Calgar left you to rot in the Death Watch for a century, Brother Titus.
Coward. Cease cowering behind illusions. Make a bulwark of your hatred, brothers.
I smell fear.
Righto, so remember Big Bird?
Yeah.
We're gonna fight Big Bird.
Yay.
Also, he has bird feet, I just realized.
He does. I just painted up one of those guys. Yeah, same backpack, same feet, same stuff. I didn't put him on the hoverboard, though. I'm going to use that for one of the other ones.
Heretic! You died this day!
I also like how some of the sorcerers have extra arms coming out of their arms. He doesn't, but some of them do.
It's a good touch with the mutation.
Yeah.
Our chapter, sir, shall use your skull.
I do like the new model of the possessed Marines. Those look pretty good.
Yes. I think those came out a year or two ago, I think it is.
Wow,
so they're very new.
Are Obliterators still a thing?
Obliterators are Chaos Terminators, right? Or are they the bigger ones?
They're the ones infected with the Obliterator virus, where they're just sprouting weapons out of them.
Oh, okay, so they're kind of like a Chaos version of a Terminator, but they're not the same thing. I honestly don't know. If they are, they only exist for generic Chaos Space Marines. They're not a thing in any of the sub-factions, because they all have their own version of a Terminator. So I don't know, I'm not sure.
I think when I was at the shop last, I saw one with, what's his name, Arcaphane? I think I saw one
Bastor,
with
yep.
him. Yeah, that's a cool model.
Yes.
I really like Ash.
Silence this heretic.
One last dance before the strings are cut.
Kapala, let's kill him.
Alrighty. Ammo boxes on the side here.
Okay. Oh! Oh, that green thing was one of you. Good.
Yeah.
That's just to do more damage on the slinger, I think. Never seen him struggle this much, though. Then again, I haven't played this co-op. And Big Bird.
Caw, caw. Shooting it doesn't do anything.
Model. Yeah.
Do we just have to dodge
cloak.
it? His cloak's a bit
He's
fucked.
kind of a stage hazard slash, but the model looks fantastic. It's like, oh.
Semantic Dragon says, is that Horus Heresy himself? I love that.
Give me a Space Marine game where I get to play as Chaos. I want to use all the warp bullshit.
Oh, that could be a lot of fun.
Imagine that, like you're playing a squad where it's like you're in the Black Legion or whatever, and it's each member is devoted to a different chaos god and whatnot.
The demon roll.
Alright, you gotta shoot his eye.
Oh, yeah.
All other attacks are useless.
Ow. Pop. Uh-oh. Oh, did I just get one shot? I'm in...
Oh no, he does that.
I'm in the dark.
Yeah. He will teleport you to different areas.
You are no match for them, heretic. And so you deceive.
Oh my god. I can't even see my health bar.
Yeah, you gotta fight your way out of the shadow.
I can't. He keeps disappearing. Chaos not playing fair. Help me, chainsaw. Yay, I got out.
What happened? This will try and fail to contain us.
Almost there.
Wolf demon. Attack the eyes, brothers. That is the only weak point.
Is what's his name? Pyros the Fate Weaver a thing in 40k models?
You can... I mean, he exists because he's a multi...
Like
it's a multi-build... It's a dual-build kit with the Lord of Change, which is what that guy just was. And you can run both using the same rules, where you can basically ally in a demon.
Kill as many as you can, brothers. They are mere imitations. All trickery. Guard yourselves. Himura is weakening. That last fight will leave him reeling.
I do love
Stay
fucking
together. We must find a way out.
his lore though of Siege. Just going, wonder what's in that well thing, grabs him by the neck and throws him in. Comes out a while later and Siege goes, holy shit, you're alive! You got 2 heads now. And here's Calgar.
Yay, we found him. He found the infinite ammo hack.
I actually do like this interaction though.
Calgar!
My words to you on Talasar. Speak them.
My lord,
Speak them, or be slain for an impostor.
rules should never make a prisoner of intelligence.
Titus, it is good to see you.
Their sorcerer's
Nice little
power
thing for him to be like, yeah, how do I
Yeah.
know you're real?
See how his domain weakens as he does.
Also, Calgar going
There is
Super
only
Saiyan.
one face left.
Let us dig out the heretic.
And now we just get, there's not really any challenge in this section, it's just a neat little like, hey, go fuck shit up with Calgar.
Okay.
He prepares for another attack.
It is the artifact. It must be. There is almost limitless power within that shard.
We need more Daka.
Oh, Calgar's got the Daka.
Ooh, whoops.
You know, I was hoping this game would have a section with Gillivan, but I'll take Calgar.
Yeah.
I'll happily take that. They're probably saving that for 3. I just realized Imura has a helmet on in that model.
He does. So yeah, there was an option in the options menu to enable our helmets in the cutscenes. It didn't seem to work though. I guess they're off by default in the cutscenes, but on.
Yeah, they're off by default in the cutscenes. It's for you for the models while playing the campaign.
Okay.
And that is the game. I got the bird.
Dust him.
Free Cavill play Titus.
Oh, yes. I don't know. I still like the idea of Cavill just playing rando guardsman.
You know whose voice that was?
Brother, it is over. You did it.
I just like this idea of like him overhearing. So do we put him in a Redemptor?
Oh, there. I think. Yeah, there he is in the background behind Calgar. The Redemptor's just back there.
I just like the idea of like with the Redemptor having nothing to kill. He's like, I'm not gonna lie, guys. This really hurts. Can I go back to sleep now? No, but for a moment there.
Chaos marks now.
Oh yeah. For a moment there, you actually hear the Emperor.
Oh, when he said, "Rise, son of Gilliman."
Gilliman? Yeah.
Okay.
For the Emperor!
Semantic Dragon says, "I'm sorry, Space Marine. Your God Emperor is in another cathedral ship."
I have the fucking ships. That is the most Starship Troopers thing at the end there.
Well, is that the end of the game?
Just about. There's a little bit more of a cutscene to kind of whet your taste buds for what's going to happen in Secret Level.
Oh, okay. Oh, so that's a sequel to this, like narratively, like?
Yes, it will lead. It'll go from this into Space Marine 3, apparently.
Okay.
Lieutenant Demetrian Titus, your decisive actions have saved this system from ruin. And so it is with great pride that I now...
Mr. Calgar, isn't there still a Tyranid Hive fleet?
...of your deeds. The laurels of victory.
I guess they dealt with it off screen?
Nope, they're still around.
Here stands the true measure of a son of Gilliman. For the glory of Ultramar! Courage and honor! Company dismissed. Forgive me, brother, that it took me so long to bring you home.
My lord, that is...
Fierce was my wrath when I learned of your detention. In their arrogant suspicion, the Inquisition failed to recognize the truth. That no evil will ever overcome a devotion such as yours.
Thank you, my lord.
There is a mission. It will take you away from the Second Company for a time.
As you command, Chapter Master.
The Brother Chaplain will brief you. It was he that suggested you for the task.
My lord, the Sword of Kalth is ready to depart.
Thank you, Captain. My ship will convey you to your destination. I shall be glad of your company.
Titus.
Well, that sounds like fun.
It has been an honor.
It has indeed,
yes.
my captain.
I hear you'll be taking your leave of us. Not for too long, I hope. Emperor guide you.
And you, sir.
Alright, now the Space Marine 1 fans can squeal once the reveal happens.
This is going to be lost on me then.
I am called to serve
Yes.
elsewhere. You'll be missed, my lord. I will not forget the blood we have drawn together. Nor shall we. I owe you both a debt. You have restored my faith in brotherhood. We shall await your return. Courage and honor.
Courage and honor.
And Silly, I don't think you will have seen this then.
Nope.
Titus, Lord Calgar has informed you of your assignment. Good. I will brief you en route.
That's an interesting camera shot.
I am.
Yeah, I think it's glitching.
You have done well. You have won the trust of your brothers and of the chapter master. But know this, Titus. The stain of suspicion never completely fades. I will be watching you. Should you falter on the path for even a moment.
On there.
I will show no mercy.
Dun
Oh, that
dun
dick.
dun.
Leandros.
So Leandros is someone from Space Marine 1.
Yeah.
Yep, he's the one that initially accused you of heresy.
Ah, okay, yep.
And since that was over like 100 years ago, he's now got some veterancy.
Yeah.
And he became a chaplain. Because he was a recruit initially in the Space Marine 1. Predator! Redemptor goes on rampage.
Yep. Oh, they should have brought him with them. Just carry him with like a wrecking ball underneath.
They just hurl him at the planet.
Yeah. That's you don't need no like virus bombs for exterminators. You just throw a Redemptor at him.
And that is Space Marine 2.
Well, that was quite a lot of fun. So, do we want to do... What, yeah, I mean, how long do you guys have? Because I kind of fancy doing maybe one of the operations if you want to.
I'm open.
Yeah, I'd be down to for another hour or so.
Okay. Let's jump, because the operations you said are like 30-40 minutes, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. In that case, yeah, let's get one operation in, and then we can probably leave it there. Right, yeah, that's fine. I know how that works. So how does this work? I have to use this and select operations?
Yes.
Okay. Quick match would be if you're playing with randoms, right?
Yeah, it'll distinctly say like operations or whatever, and since there's 3 of us, we have a full squad.
Okay, cool. So, number 1, Inferno. Lieutenant Titus has proposed a plan to block the Tyranid advance for long enough to ensure a successful withdrawal, detonate a nearby Prometheum refinery, and incinerate the Xenos in the tide of burning pitch. Ensure the ambush is a success. Switch game mode. Yes, I do. Oh, you get to pick these.
Yep.
Yes.
Yay! Okay, fuck synergy, but what are you guys picking? Because I'll pick something that isn't what you guys are doing.
I don't want to go bulwark or assault.
Okay, so
all my characters are max, so I can fill out anything.
Okay, so Bulwark is Blade Guard. That tickles my pickle. Assault is your jump pack guys. Vanguard is your sneaky boys. Tactical is normal. Sniper is sniper. Heavy... Oh, heavy is Gravis. I think I have to go Gravis.
You won't have a melee weapon, just to let you know.
So what do I have? Like a
heavy bolter.
Okay, and if I play as the Bulwark, I have a shield and a sword and a pistol?
Yes. You get the storm shield, but you forego a bigger ranged weapon.
Okay, and the storm shield allows me to block and parry. Or does it increase my health or whatever?
When you run at somebody, you can't take range damage from the front. Unless it's a venom cannon or like an unblockable.
Okay. Well, do you mind going assault and then I'll try Bulwark, CptSillyFrog?
Yeah, I already picked assault.
Alright, let's do it.
And now, wait.
I can't change my color, can I? I have to be Ultramarines? I can't be Salamanders?
No, you can be Salamanders. You just have to buy them.
I have to... Oh, I may have already done that.
If you go...
Okay.
So if you go to Edit Armor, then Heraldry, you'll see in the first founding, Salamanders.
Do you have to do that separately for operations?
What do you call it? You should be able to purchase them with credits.
Well, I already did that, but I did that in... Hold on.
Oh, so now you go to
Yes.
Modify Beam.
There we go. We have the salamanders.
Silly Frog, should we make them happy and just become salamanders?
Sure.
It's a nice little detail as well that it has the official colors that you use to paint them. Yes.
Oh, yes.
I really like Blade Guard, and these guys are basically Blade Guard. Alright, I'm happy. So as for the loadout... Oh, okay, so this is all the upgrade tree, which I don't really need to pay attention to for now. So are your weapon loadouts set for each class that you play?
There are multiple weapons you can pick for each class. So, like, for instance, the Heavy has the Heavy Bolter, the Plasma Incinerator, or the Melt-A-Gun.
Okay, so here I've got Chainsword, Power Fist, and Power Sword.
The salamanders are which color exactly?
Green. The first green one.
They're the green boys. Not to be mixed up with the Dark Angels.
Oh, we go Power Fist. Oh, no, do we do Power Fist? Perk tree. How do you get that button again? There it is, that's how I did it. No, we're going to change back to the Power Sword because you got to go for the classic Blade Guard loadout. And then for the weapon, we do have the Neo-Volkite pistol in this, if that was something you were checking earlier.
Oh yes, I've been leveling it, and it's only available in certain classes. But...
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, well, we're going to take the Neo-Volkite pistol. And we don't get a normal gun.
Helmet on?
Can I?
Yep.
How do I do that? How do I put my helmet on?
You'll go to edit armor, and then you can edit whether or not you want to wear a helmet or whatever. It's under helmet, and you can go faceless or a bunch of different ones.
I'm not seeing that. I'm just seeing a load of presets.
Oh, there should be custom armor sets
also,
underneath.
Equipping a weapon we haven't had in campaign, a Power Fist.
I saw the Power Fist, yeah. I don't think I'm going to use it on this, but... helmet. Where's the helmet? So add... helmet.
So if you go armor sets, and then the second pre-made armor set should just give you a helmet, or you can make a custom set.
It doesn't. It looks like my helmet is off. Unless the helmet is off because of a setting that I have. It doesn't really matter. We can keep going.
Alright.
I can have a look at this off stream at some point.
I am a fancy salamander.
Oh, nice. That is very juicy.
You can use control to teleport to certain
What
areas.
the fuck?
You can just be like, behind you, brother. Now I'm in front of you.
Nani?
So I guess you can complete all of these missions without needing any particular synergies with classes.
Some work better together than others, but what do you call it? Like, yeah, it's up
so
to you.
you could have 3 heavies and you'd be fine, or 3 snipers.
Oh, you can't do more than one class.
Oh, okay, right.
Characters, kind of
Okay.
thing. So, like, as an example, like I'm Valis, kind of thing, and he is like a character unto himself.
Right. Okay. Also, see you later, HP Lefty. Have fun.
1 second.
Your mission is to use the stored promethium in the refinery to destroy the enemy swarm. The Cadians were tasked with providing assistance, but we have since lost contact. First, proceed to the
yes.
outpost and establish their fate.
This is the stuff.
Infiltrate the refinery.
Right, let's go.
Demolitions deployed.
So this is what, right when we were on the Forest Planet kind of thing, we were checking out that facility with the Rippers. This is what they were doing.
Okay.
In the meantime.
Deployed and ready.
So the with the storm shield, I have to, if I run at someone, I have to hold block and then I will whack them, or
Nope, it just automatically. I can't remember the input for a whack with the shield. I think if you hold block and then melee, it's what
no.
it is.
Let's try it. Oh no, that just moved him.
Yeah, what do you call it? Like, what I'm saying is, so hold the parry button.
Yeah.
And that should become block now.
Okay.
And then I think while you're holding block, if you hit the melee button, you should give him the shield bash.
Ah, yes. There we go.
Oh wow, the jetpack charges a lot slower in this mode than in the campaign.
Oh yeah, it's assault doesn't get good until later levels. Also, random, you have a new special ability.
I am about to die.
You deploy the chapter standard, and you get a drum beat for it.
I did. I also feel like I'm about to die, though. Meep.
So what the chapter standard will do is it'll restore your armor passively as long as you're in the field.
Okay.
And then as you level up, you can get different modifiers for it.
Xenos Horde
Armor boost.
for the Imperium.
Oh yeah, Rob Sanderson says, disappointed that the character doesn't have coal black eyes. And well, yeah, it's because it just changes the armor. It doesn't change what the character model actually looks like, unfortunately.
Yeah. That's why usually people put helmets on. It's just to live the fantasy a bit
Yeah.
more.
Yeah, I don't know why I couldn't find where the option was, but oh well. Also, Deimos says, why doesn't RFT have an Ultra Kronk avatar yet, you lazy man? Well, HP Lefty actually sent me one. I should have put it up for this stream, but yeah, if we do this again, then I'll use it then.
You should definitely show the stream that fucking... It's beautiful.
I will see if I can after this, yes, because it is rather good.
Check your aim.
So with the
I can-
Neo Volkite,
Yep.
you what it is it's more for focusing on one target, and once it gains enough of a charge, the target will have a detonation on them.
So you have to sequentially go for the same target multiple times.
Yeah, like if you hold the beam on them.
Oh, you
it'll
hold it down,
make
right.
Yeah. They'll make this
Okay.
little red dot kind of appear, and then eventually they'll explode once they have enough of the charge.
Okay. I'll give that a go.
And remember, you can switch stances with Power Sword.
I completely forgot about that. How did you do it again? Oh yeah, I got it. I got it.
Yeah, there you go. And you can tell when the sword's more sparkly or not.
Yeah,
So
okay.
that's the power stance, and you'll do larger sweeps with it.
Still haven't worked out how to whack people with my shield, but...
What's your parry button?
left bumper.
So hold down left bumper. Did he raise his shield at all?
He does, yes.
Okay, and then I think it's your light melee attack when the shield's raised.
Ah, yes, okay.
Yeah. That's usually for opening enemies up and whatnot, and just giving them a good little splack.
Yeah, okay.
Good old rifle. Also, your weapons will change and get better as you level them up. So
Okay.
like mine, you'll see all the seals on it and everything.
Yeah. So that... Do they upgrade, like, linearly, or do you get to choose, like, +1 strength or something? Or
You
faster
get to choose.
reloads?
There's some variation to it.
Okay.
Some of them are stronger, other ones give you more ammo. Zodanthrope.
Okay. Oh yeah, there he is.
There's two of them.
And when the shield icon appears, it means I'm doing no damage to them, or it means I'm doing reduced damage?
You're doing it very minimal. Like,
Okay.
it's not worth it.
There's one now.
Yeah, I got him.
The other one. Yeah, got him. Oh wow, I love the executions with Power Fist.
Oh, there's a great one where you just like pick up a gaunt and just squish them in your hand. Just like, yeah, sounds about right. Punch a hole in a warrior and then tear him in half. I'm actually kind of confused. Well, now that I think about it, I do know why you can't switch from a Power Fist in the campaign.
Our banner awaits
How
our
come?
burning.
How would he put it on and off?
Unless you brought it with your loadout. Yeah, that would be why, because you wouldn't be able to remove it and then pick another one. So it would just remove the customization. It's the same thing for like the Flamestorm gauntlets and all of that.
Yep, that's one thing I definitely hope they do later on, is they actually make the heavy class Gravis armor
Yeah.
more of a thing with storm gauntlets and whatnot. So we got a wave inbound.
So when it says wave inbound, that means it's coming from somewhere, or is it a set spawn location?
Yep, they will just come at us.
Okay. So like Helldivers kind of rules.
Yeah, it's obviously more linear than Helldivers, but it works around the same idea of like there's an AI
Okay.
like watching us.
You failed at oath.
Chop, chop.
Now we can open this up.
Okay. If you guys in chat are talking about the rules for the tabletop, most Space Marine characters and all Terminators have a 4-up invuln. As far as I'm aware, no one has a 3-up. As in, like, you know, Gilliman doesn't have a 3-up, and if he doesn't, basically no one does.
Without the lion, he's got that shield after.
Well, I mean, they compensate with the harder to kill characters by giving them more wounds or giving them -1 to hit or higher toughness or whatever.
Actually curious, from the tabletop perspective, who's considered better, Gilliman or the lion?
Gilliman by far, but he's also a lot more expensive. So, like,
Really?
one for one, he just destroys the lion. But again, he's like substantially more expensive to bring. It's a much larger percentage of your army.
I find that really interesting that he's so much more expensive.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember the points. Gilliman is somewhere around the 320 mark. The lion, I don't even know if he's higher than 200. I'm not sure, honestly.
Wow. Okay, Jesus. Feels like they're just like, hey, fuck you, Dark Angels fans.
But then also, interestingly, Gilliman has the monster keyword because he's so big, so he uses monster rules.
Huh?
It's a bit weird. I don't know. Yeah, it's because the model is that big.
You'd think the lion would be around the same size.
So Rob Sanderson says the lion's rules are pants, and the lion is 285. So that's a lot more than I thought he was. But yeah, he's still nowhere near as good.
Oh, that's lame. I adore his model.
Oh yeah, it looks great.
I love the dark ones. Just like,
Yes.
just hanging out with them. They're such little goobers. They're 40k Jawas, but they're squires. There's something about like just like Space Marines having these little hooded assistants that just like occasionally hand them their scabbard and whatnot.
Zardlander says, are both immune to instant death. So, I'm trying to remember if Gilliman... I think Gilliman has a rule where when he goes down, he jumps back up with half his wounds remaining, but I might be thinking of someone else. Honestly, this is a bit of a tangent, but the most ridiculous, like, resurrection mechanic for, like, a really strong character is Angron from the World Eaters. I've not yet played against him, but I will be soon. and he's like 450 points of fuck your day up. Like he's incredibly strong. He will just tear the legs off of a knight, an Imperial knight. He's absurd.
Oh, fuck me.
The only way to kill him, the only way to deal with him reliably is to kill him from range. But then what happens is every turn of the game, the Khorne player gets to roll 8. I think they're not fate dice. I can't remember what they're called. Chaos dice. I can't remember. And if you roll 3 6s, which is Khorne's number, then you get to resurrect Angron, and he's just back. So,
all right.
The odds of you rolling, because basically at the start of each turn, you roll your 8 dice. Angron is not going to be dead on the first turn, because that is essentially impossible. Which means you have 4 chances. You roll 8 dice 4 times for the remaining turns of the game. And if 3 dice at the same time show a 6, you can bring Angron back to life. So it's not guaranteed, but it is more likely than not. And that is pretty insane, because the amount of effort it takes to bring him down, and then the next turn it could be like, well, guess what? He's back. Like, what do you mean he's back?
I'm also assuming that, like, he's a character that is, like, gonna fucking tear whoever he's looking at in half once he actually closes the gap.
He will basically kill anything that he ends up in melee with. I haven't checked that for, like, a 10-man squad of Grey Knight Terminators or something, but pretty much anything he will kill. And for the amount of points he's worth, you would expect that he will.
Hear the sacrifice of the many be avenged.
Use the cords to prime the wall and finish its deployment into the crypt with you well. Cautiously.
I find that funny, considering canonically the fucking lion fights him as a demon Primarch and wins.
Zodlander, 7's for Nurgle. So yeah, I think 7 is Nurgle's number, but I don't know anything about Death Guard and how they play. I think the rolling dice at the start of every turn to decide how much like Khorne power you have, I think that is only a World Eaters thing. I don't, because like Thousand Suns have a similar mechanic, but it's not the same.
Sort of a favor of the Dark God.
It's that kind of thing, yeah.
Their gaze is on you, sort of thing.
Well, so with Thousand Suns, the way that it works is your sorcerers, which includes people like Magnus, give you a certain amount of Cabal points, and if they're alive at the start of your turn, you generate that number of Cabal points, and then you get to spend them on a variety of spells kind of at the start of the game, or at the start of the turn. So that's why they're a very front-loaded army, because once you start killing their sorcerers, they're very limited on what they can do. Rob Sanderson says, if the lion gets the charge, he will ruin Angron, but that's a really big if. So, yeah, if you... I don't know the lion's rules, but if the lion has fights first, then that would mean that... honestly, fights first would be a decent way to take out Angron, because it would mean even if he charges, you get to hit him first. And if you can reliably kill him, which... I don't know if, like, Sanguinary Guard can, but there's going to be a whole bunch of units that can, then obviously he doesn't get to hit you back if he's died, so...
I just like when, because every once in a while I poke my head into the new lore to see what's going on. And I remember listening to the audio file for Angron versus the Lion.
Right.
It's kind of funny, because, like, Angron is way bigger than him, but
yeah.
the Lion is, like, a better fighter kind of thing. Like, Angron's just big and angry, and he slaps you good. So, the writer was really trying, but it's basically the Lion just slapping Angron upside the head with the Emperor's shield over and over again, and he just keeps bashing his face into it. It's just like, Lion, use the sword, Lion!
So there's a rule for Magnus that I'm really looking forward to trying, because it sounds very funny, quite fucky, and like there's a lot of mind games to it, which is perfect for Siege. So, he has a psychic ability where he can select an enemy unit that is within whatever the range is, and he can just say, okay, all of your weapons are now hazardous. for the next turn. And what hazardous means, it's the same mechanic that plasma guns use when you overcharge them. So if you fire a hazardous weapon, you do all your dice rolling, and then afterwards you roll a dice for every weapon that you fired, and if you roll a 1, you take a mortal wound. Which means that what you can do is you can drop that on a tank, and then you can play this mind game of like, well, is my opponent going to deal a bunch of mortal wounds to themselves so that they can fire their tank? And because it would be very swingy, but also the fact that that exists would fundamentally change how you play, like, your shooting phase with your tank.
It just reminds me of Emperor's text-to-speech device, where they do this little side story of them playing Warhammer Fantasy D&D.
Right.
But, like, the Emperor can never win because Tzeentch keeps fucking with his dice rolls. So, like, it's just Tzeentch fucking with him the entire time, and occasionally you'll just see the Emperor rage out and go, "Fuck you, Tzeentch!" And it just cuts to him laughing in the warp.
Inserting rounds.
Oh god, I missed that show.
Right. Drop the standard because you're quite right, Semantic Dragon. I'm not fighting with the Emperor because I didn't drop the standard enough.
Oh, it is one of the most OP abilities in this game.
What does it actually do? It didn't... well, it did tell me, but I didn't read it.
It gives you passive armor at the moment, but once you start leveling up, it gains more abilities.
Okay.
One of them is to give you 100% contested health, and you use that to fully heal.
Jesus Christ. While you're in range of the banner.
Well, as soon as you pop it down, you're in range, you'll instantly have 100% contested health.
So you don't need to take any damage to get that.
Well, like, let's say you were at, like, 10% health, right?
Then you would get 90% contested immediately.
Yes, and then essentially what you do is you get an enemy near executed. Then, as soon as they're in that stance to be executed, you pop the banner, and then execute them, and you gain all your health back.
Okay. Yeah, that's quite strong.
Yeah, it's really broken. My passive lets you deal 300% more damage. You and your team.
Zodlander, I think you're right there. Korn's number is 8, but the highest you can roll on a dice is obviously 6. So I think the 8 refers to the number of dice you roll, and then the 6 that I was talking about is just the best number you can roll on a d6. So it's the same thing, but I was wrong about which number is actually Korn's number.
Yeah, the numbers I've always had a hard time remembering which one's which. I think the only reason why I know that one is... like, it's like the 8 pillars of corn or something like that. Also, there's going to be this little white box that's Gene Seed. If you see that, pick that up. Because that
a white box?
Yeah, it's like a little white box that, like, you'd see on the apothecary. There's like a Gene Seed thing that's a mission thing.
Oh, yeah.
It's just like, if you complete the mission with it, you gain more experience. There's also this.
So does an enemy drop it, or do we just have to find it?
It's kind of hidden. So what these little servo skulls, they give you armor data. You use this for upgrading your weapons. So there's green, purple, and yellow.
We have arrived at Nozick's facility. Run distraction efforts as long as you can. We will be your bulwark, Titus.
Oh, there we go.
Oh,
that's a lictor.
Yeah, you boys can handle it.
Take heed.
Oh, yep, there we go.
Bosses won't spawn on this difficulty. I think they spawn on substantial and up.
Okay. And do you,
So,
is the
like,
idea that you repeat the operations on higher difficulties to farm, like, XP and resources?
Yes. The higher the difficulty, the better the rewards in terms of you'll get, like, purple armory data kind of thing.
But then that's only actually worth anything in the PvE operations gameplay?
Yes.
Okay. I guess... have they added more? Are they planning on adding more? Is it, like, sort of an ongoing thing, or is it just as is?
They've currently added one operation, which is a which is actually set after the main story. It's kind of them dealing with Tyranids. And what else? They added the Neo Volkite pistol.
Oh yeah,
so
okay.
those are the two things they've added so far. The Dark Angels pack should be coming out relatively soon. But that is part of the gift I had for you guys at the end of the stream in terms of there's a certain thing that's free that gives you an ass ton more content.
Oh, okay. We have bugs coming. Where are they coming from? That away.
We are reaching the near mission. Oh, and the higher the difficulty, the enemies get a little bit spongier, but the main aspect of the difficulty is there's more of them and they're real aggressive.
Okay.
And you'll have bosses that can spawn and whatnot. Like, on the highest difficulty mode, you can run into, like, 3 lictors at the same time. Like, they crank it.
Okay.
You are absolutely swarmed the majority of the time. And it's kind of great once you really get this game down.
Ow. I keep fucking up my block on the Tyranid Warriors. How do you do it again? Is it that you need to tap? Because it seems a lot harder to block the Tyranid Warriors than it is the Gaunts. Is that just because I'm...
What do you call it?
Yeah, I fucked it up.
If you... Wait, are you talking about parries?
Yeah, well, either. Because I'm getting the blue indicator, which means that I can parry it. But I guess I'm mistiming it. The timing window must be tighter than with the Gaunts.
Yeah,
actually there is one thing this game does very poorly to communicate to you. So there's actually different weapon types that you have when you customize your weapons. That's part of the different versions. Like, so I can have a chainsword, but there's 3 variations of it.
Right.
There's fencing, blocking, and standard. If you have block, you can't parry. But your window for not taking damage is far higher.
Okay.
It's considered dog shit. So I don't know what the standard like level 1 is for
power sword. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's.
But does it tell you?
Or...
Does it tell you on the thing though?
Yes, it'll tell you.
Okay, cool.
You just have to go to the customization menu and it'll tell you. Block is largely considered to be absolute garbage. It's either fencing or standard.
Yeah, okay.
Keep going forward.
Because, like, parrying is so integral in this game in terms of, like, dealing more damage.
Yeah.
Because gun strikes.
Oh, that's a lot of bugs. Oh, this is the mission from the start with the giant gun that shoots down the moon.
We have reached the ambush position.
Yes, so, if you actually look over here... That's the facility that Titus is at.
Over there, yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's where we were defending before. So we're just the ones that set the trap. And now we get a horde section.
Yay!
There they are. If you push this button over here, you can activate the fields. It'll torch them.
Okay, I will head over. Did I just hit it now?
Yep, just hit it. Then I push this one over here.
Oh, zone throws.
I'll take care of the zone throw. Now they'll spawn behind this as well. They start coming out of the woodwork. You little shit.
I am on my way.
Now, nah. ore mines.
Halfway there, brothers. Keep it up.
You know what I'd actually be okay with? If they just made a funny weapon that was just for this. Just push the shit out of it.
Well, any kind of orc weapon.
Yeah, I can see it.
Bubble chucker. We need the bubble chucker.
Bubble chucker.
Yeah, the bubble chucker.
I don't remember that at all.
So the bubble chucker... How do I even describe it? So basically, it's kind of like randomness incarnate. Like, when you fire it, you don't actually know what it's going to do. It might do nothing. It might one-shot a tank. So it summons a bubble, but you don't know how big the bubble's going to be, and you don't know how fast it's going to move, and you don't know how, I guess, tough it's going to be. But the bubble will then sort of fly forwards, and it'll encase whatever the first thing that it comes into contact with. And then it will just shrink, and it will squash whatever's inside.
All right then.
So the rules for it in the game is boom, yay. The rules for it in game is it's like d6 shots, d6 damage, and you roll d6 for the profile. Everything is random, pretty much. And it has like an anti-tank profile, an anti-infantry profile, and an anti-heavy infantry profile. But you don't get to choose which profile you use. You select your target, and then it randomizes.
Picking up extra rounds.
I love words.
Oh, and yeah, Lord Wahoo has reminded me, the shock attack gun that teleports a live snotling into your destination, which could be inside a tank or inside of someone's chest. And the way that it teleports them is that it zaps them through the warp, which means that the snotling has seen things that you people wouldn't believe. And then it suddenly appears inside an enemy tank.
Oh, that reminds me of Warhammer Fantasy. There's a certain goblin called Niblet, and he's Grom the Paunch's lucky bannerman.
Oh yeah.
And Grom the Paunch is a very, very, very fat goblin who is now the size of an orc because of how fat he is.
Right.
The reason why Niblet is his lucky bannerman is because one day fucking Grot sat down and he sat on Niblet. Niblet was stuck in his ass for about like a half hour until Grot heard the screaming and felt the squirming. He essentially then got up and he just looks down, he just sees Niblet, and Niblet just has this wide-eyed, like, I've seen things. And look, and he's like, well, anyone who can survive that must be lucky.
Just orc things. Love it.
Oh, orcs are great. That and their Cockney accents.
Yeah.
You what? But now you'll see, you'll gain little experience bars for each one of your weapons.
Okay. I guess you level them up by using them, I'm guessing.
Yes.
Okay.
And depending on how well you did. Kind of
Yeah,
thing. So,
okay.
See, and then you'll get some armory data, you'll gain some requisition.
Okay, that's interesting. So it shows you... Yeah, so Jangles was orange, so... Yeah, you basically did... Oh no, CptSillyFrog did the most melee damage, but yeah, okay.
It's not even fair, because I'm using relic weapons.
Sure, yeah, I would expect your numbers would be higher.
Yeah, it's not remotely fair, because you guys are probably using... Yeah, you're both level 1 here.
Yeah, I'm level 1, yeah.
So it's just like, yeah, I'm using a maxed out weapon.
And then we level up the weapons that we used. Nice.
Yeah, and then you can just go and you can customize and do all that shenanigans.
Well... Upgrades... Cool. Well, there, I think we're going to leave it. We'll leave the stream there. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you have enjoyed, and thank you, Jangles and CptSillyFrog, for joining me. The game has been A lot of fun. It's a bit short for me, I would say, like the campaign, but it's very dense and it's very fun throughout. There isn't any like downtime in it, and there's no like, apart from the level that you said with the flamer, which I didn't really use because you said it was bad. There was no part where I think you guys were saying that it was particularly not good.
Oh yeah.
Which is probably a benefit of having the game just be as tight as it is, and again, it just looks amazing. But yeah, thank you for joining, and thank you for watching. At the moment, I am planning on continuing with Ragnarok tomorrow. If I don't do it tomorrow, then I will probably do it on Friday. Because I definitely want to get at least one more stream of Ragnarok in this week. And then apart from that, I will... well, let's just say that I'll be talking about Arcane relatively shortly. So, yeah. Thank you for watching, guys, and I will see you next time.